movie.
Wait, what? What
It
happened?
was right in front of the camera.
Oh yeah. Oh, the drink was.
It still is.
That's funny.
Press X.
Oh, press X. Okay, I'll move
There
it.
you go.
Oh,
All right.
Oh, whoa.
Okay. All right. Are we doing gun
There
game, or
it is.
are we doing one of the other ones?
Jake's party leader.
Oh, Jake, are we doing gun game, or are we doing our normal zero build?
Here, how do you, hold on. There you go, so you're party leader.
Oh, hello there. So what do we want to do? Do we want to start with gun game for the podcast, or do we want to...
Let's start with some matches, and then we'll do a gun game later.
Alright, sounds good. You have the floor for topics, so we'll introduce ourselves in a couple minutes.
That's right. Yeah.
And I have some topics to add to it. What'd you say?
Yeah, I was just saying, do your whole intro while I pull up the list.
Yeah, no worries. I was just looking at the people that liked my letterbox reviews so far.
Oh yeah, I forgot to check Letterboxd.
I went ham, man. I got all of them done. And I just posted two reactions.
I see Aiden was a little bit more generous, just a little bit. He gave it half a star more than Connor did.
So we can respect one of the Hobsons at least.
Yeah.
That's good to know. Alright, let's do. So we want to do matches first. And then I'll introduce everyone here, and then we'll do our thing, huh? You got
5
no build?
stars.
0 build. Yes, sir, I went 5 stars, okay? I love this movie. Leave me alone.
No, dude. No, man. I don't blame you, dude. I love this movie as well, man.
No, Lid,
I can't wait to watch it again, man.
I'm literally going in an IMAX on Sunday, no matter what, so...
Yeah. I kind of want to convince my parents to go see Creed instead, but they've been waiting for Ant-Man, so I got to
You know, it's too bad you can't double feature it, man. You could be like, you want to see Creed, you want to go see Jonathan Majors as the mad space god, and then you want to go see Kang, crush it.
Yeah, good little Jonathan Majors double feature there, yeah, why not?
Yeah, I wish, man, I wish.
One of my favorite parts of my review, I literally put at the end of the end of my Creed review, Jake. If you guys didn't think Jonathan Majors was a star in Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, he's a star now, baby. I literally put that because I was like, I want people, even though Michael B. Jordan does a great job directing and his role is great in the movie, I still want people to pay attention to Jonathan Majors. He's a new star. He deserves some praise because he's Jonathan Majors. We got to remember the man. He gave us some pretty memorable moments, so
100%.
100%. He a cold motherfucker. Yeah.
Yeah. So, both episodes were great, but I'm going to give a slight edge to Mando.
Yeah, Mando gets a slight edge because we had live-action Star Wars television back, and it was just a good enough episode just for the first return, which was great.
But dude, Bad Batch was great too, though.
It addressed so many of my concerns, which was great. They referenced where they're going with the Cara Dune stuff, which was interesting. I didn't think they would do that. So that was cool.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're talking about, yeah.
So it would be awesome. We have a section where we're going to talk about that in the review too. So you have our first topics, right? Do you want to wait till we get into the actual match to start, or so? Anyway, guys. Oh yeah, I'm going to do our intro right now. Okay. Hey guys, welcome to the dark side. Unfortunately, we had a theme song planned for you guys, but me and Ella haven't actually done the audio recording of it yet. So for now, good things to come. But for now, just know, welcome to the dark side. I'm one of your main hosts, Yoda Joe 93. I'm sure you've seen me on YouTube. I tend to make some fun videos. And then we also have co-host Playboy Parker, or I guess Astro Parker, because he's on his other account. And of course, Jake the Snake. You know the man, the myth, the legend. We are here to represent the dark side tonight, guys. And so the reason, if you didn't catch last week's episode, we do late night podcasts every Tuesday night, kind of basically giving you guys, we talk about things we like, things we don't like, edgy things, controversial things. The reason we call it the dark side is it's late at night / early morning, so you gotta give it all away, man. Just crushing it all. That's what people want to see. So that is definitely what people expect to see. And so yeah, without further ado, we have lots of topics tonight. There's a lot that has happened, and we can't wait to talk about it all with you. So without further ado, I introduced Astro Parker with our first topic.
All right, we're gonna start off with the thing. Oh crap! Sorry, my phone turned off. All right, we're gonna start off with Mando because.
All right, because it's the newest thing.
I think it's fresh in our minds right now. We just watched it, so.
You want to give your thoughts carried away, and then we'll go around the table and discuss everyone's thoughts? All right.
Yeah,
go.
sure. I'll start. So I just binge watched the first 2 seasons and then Book of Boba Fett, and I mean, I think there's no doubt in any of our minds that we were really excited for this first episode, and I think it's totally delivered. I mean, it feels like we've gone back to, back to 2020.
I mean, it's crazy because Andor was so good for most of it, but it had some of those slow episodes.
It wasn't Mando, It wasn't.
Yeah, it's like so. Here's the thing: Andor's a great show, but it didn't feel like Star Wars. Where Mando was like that awakening of like we feel like Star Wars is officially back, and that felt great.
And you definitely get a taste of that right away with not even 5 minutes in, there's already a huge action scene between the huge crocodile-looking thing, and then the Mandalorian. So that was pretty awesome. But I mean, overall, everything in the show. I like seeing the returning characters. I like where the story's going. I love seeing Grogu again, our favorite little champ. But overall, really solid first episode.
All right, I guess.
Wait to see what goes next.
Yeah. Okay. I guess Jake is up next.
Well, I also love this episode. At first, when we first started the episode, we thought at first that it was a flashback.
Yeah,
but then we realized Mandalorian actually shows up, and it wasn't a flashback.
And the way he entered was so awesome. So that's cool.
Also, it was great seeing the very end of the episode, seeing Katie Sackhoff.
That was great. Always a pleasure to see Bo-Katan. The fact that how they set that up, and I like how we now are okay, well they haven't had their fight yet, so this is interesting.
I'll just say this: Katie Sackhoff does not age a bit. She does not look like.
Yeah, every time it's just so crazy how they. I don't know how they do it, but she looks even more Bo-Katan every time.
She looks like a total milk.
What do you say?
She was like a total milk.
Oh yeah. Are you saying you enjoyed that?
Yeah.
Oh, FYI, I got our first kill, by the way. Or unless you guys got a kill.
I just got a kill, so I don't know.
All right, cool. That's tight. All right, so yeah, so is that your main thoughts? Is that your main thoughts, Jake?
Yeah.
All right, so for me, let's see. First thing I want to mention, I love this episode. Mando's back, and it feels so good. It feels fresh. As the number one Star Wars I'm not the number one Star Wars YouTuber of the world, but as somebody who loves to talk about Star Wars from a Star Wars perspective, this episode felt like Star Wars from the opening to the end, and I love that. And the fight sequence in the beginning with the creature, Star Wars always has some pretty cool creature moments. I really liked how they started this off. Like I said, I did think it was a flashback at first, but it was really cool to see how Mando came in, and also something that people don't talk about a lot. I know that some people in Book of Boba were kind of disappointed that Mando got this new Naboo starfighter. But I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. When I saw that Naboo starfighter come back, I love Mando's ship. It's not the Razor Crest, but I still love seeing it when we get to. I think it's a nice ship.
Rest in peace to the Razor Crest. It caught no breaks during season 2.
Yeah, it definitely. Rest in peace to the Razor Crest, 100%.
And also that I gotta mention that the ship chase scene, that was awesome.
Yeah, all the fights were super well done and handled, and I loved how they were. I love the scene with the pirates. I love that. One of the best things about Mando is right away they remind you why people got into Mandalorian after the disgust of Rise of Skywalker. Just those Western standoffs, which is how everything feels, was so great, and I loved it. And
don't mess with Greek culture, by the way.
He's a badass. That man is a badass, and I loved when you had and I love that they addressed the Cara Dune. Because if you guys don't know, if you guys don't have social media for some reason watching this podcast, things were said during the pandemic in regards to a certain actress who played Cara Dune. So it's interesting that we kind of have like an opportunity
they
here.
Mentioned her. Yeah, they mentioned her in this episode.
Best of all, Cara Dune, man. She was my fave.
Apparently she's with Special Forces now.
She deserved better.
Yes.
I would have liked to see her. I actually did like her character.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. Well, I wonder if they're gonna recast, or if if Disney's gonna pull some magical forgiveness. Because I did not think
maybe Disney should grow up hair and
Yeah, because I did not think that they were gonna actually mention her. The fact that they mentioned her means that they might have plans to bring her back eventually. Because they said, they could have said, "Oh, she's dead." The fact they didn't say she's dead means there's a story with her that they have to tell.
Yeah.
So that's interesting to me. So I love that. Overall, love this episode. Super fun. Super what we love about Star Wars. Love the ending, kind of finding out, Din still got the Darksaber. We haven't resolved the conflict from the end of Season 2 yet. Those two still need to duke it out for the Darksaber. But also, seeing a hopeless Bo-Katan in this episode was quite the way to end the episode. So I can't wait for episode 2. I'm hyped. I'm loving Mando back.
I feel like she's got something planned out.
I think so too. I think there's something that she's not telling everybody that she's doing.
The way she be saying goodbye to Din Djarin, like she didn't really care. She totally cares.
Yeah, she cares. I think what's interesting is the way, if you watch the way her body language moves when he says he has the Darksaber, there was something with her that, her body language was off. When she got that response. So she might say she doesn't want it. She still wants that saber. She wants that saber. You can tell. So yeah, overall, we all loved Mando episode 1 of season 3, and Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, highest praises. We're ready for more. We're gonna be watching every week. We're gonna be reviewing every week. And we're ready to be back in Mando City. So, great to be back there.
I'm keeping that gun.
You can take the gun. I'm just getting shield.
I just had to drop it for a second so I can.
So then, is this I think our final thoughts are pretty good. Are we ready for the next topic now?
Yeah, sure. You guys want to talk about Bad Batch? I didn't watch it. So
yeah, we can specify it.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll say this, that as much as... You want to go first, Jake? Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. So, Bad Batch, not as good as Mando, but it was still a pretty damn good episode.
Yeah, especially because we'd been disappointed by previous episodes.
Let me just say for the record, our buddy AJ, if you're watching this, buddy, I know you're going to love this episode.
Yeah, they did some pretty crazy things that were not expected for this episode. This episode actually starts out as more of a horror movie than anything in the Star Wars universe. It starts out kind of like, if you guys have ever seen Predator, it felt like Predator at first. But also, it felt like an episode of Stranger Things because of the Demogorgon stuff.
And then when we got to the end, we kind of got some Godzilla vibes.
Yeah, and then we got to the reveal that people have been waiting for since Clone Wars. The Zillo Beast has returned, aka Godzilla in the Star Wars universe, which was crazy. And also, we got to see fucking Imperial commandos in this episode. Seeing fucking Scourge made me lose my shit.
Yep.
Son of a bitch, this bitch shotgunned me. How dare you?
Show.
I got fucking wrecked, but Thanos hopefully will save me. No, I got wrecked. But yeah, Bad Batch was great for what it was, considering the previous episodes have been filler. We got some great action.
Damn it.
We got that horror movie feel, and the vibe of this creature turning from just a lizard, electric filled creature that looked like a Demogorgon, turned into Columbo from Fortnite. He then became the Zillow Beast. Was pretty crazy.
Yep.
Yes, I had to mention Columbo because we're streaming Fortnite. Yes, guys, if you're wondering where Columbo did, the Fortnite creators signed a deal with Lucasfilm, and he decided to become the Zillow Beast. So, epic. If I do not see a Zillow Beast skin anytime soon, there will be some issues. So, I'm just saying. If you can't give us Columbo, give us the Zillow Beast, because that's the next best thing. I'll take Star Wars Godzilla, please. Imagine him holding a gun, running around, and just acid breath. AJ would love the shit out of that skin, dude. Wagging his tail. Oh, he'd be going ham.
I would gift that to him if I
Oh, hell yeah, dude. When it comes out, that'd be sick. So, yeah. Bad Batch, pretty decent episode. I'd say Bad Batch is like an 8. Mando's easily a 9 point something.
Yep, point something.
Yeah. It's definitely a 9. I just don't know specifically which category it is. But I think we're ready for the next one then, because we did Bad Batch. So I know you got some really big topics for us, Jake and Boy.
I do.
So let's go.
So we're gonna keep on with the topic of Star Wars. But this is gonna be really.
Oh, is this my rumor topic?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so we got a big rumor to discuss, guys. Can I introduce this one then?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, so big rumor, guys. So we know Star Wars Celebration is around the corner in March. Or no, not March, April. In April, it's around the corner. And so there has been rumors. So I first heard this rumor back during Book of Boba Fett, but now I'm hearing more. Now the show kind of has evolved. There was rumors that a Luke Skywalker show was being worked on, or it was in development back when Book of Boba Fett happened with the whole Grogu and Luke stuff. And so there was an idea, similar to how Nick Fury says about the Avengers. There was an idea to basically they wanted to make a Luke Skywalker show about Luke's Jedi Academy. Now, the vision has expanded because it used to be, let's make a Luke Skywalker show, maybe it'll be animated, or we'll do deepfake like we did Luke in Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett. But they apparently, their deepfake technology have gotten so good, and there was rumors in Book of Boba Fett Season 2's finale, which didn't become true, but there was a rumor that we were going to see a deepfake Han Solo to confront Boba for a while. But instead, we ended up just getting Cad Bane, which is nice to see Cad Bane, so I'm not complaining, but I wouldn't have minded seeing Han Solo as well. Son of a bitch! I was trying to get S.H.I.E.L.D. and I got eradicated. So yeah, back to the topic. So basically what's now being said is there is a rumor that a Star Wars Celebration, and keep in mind guys, grain of salt, I have no information that this is true, but there is a rumor that they're making a Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, and Princess Leia show in between the movies before the sequels start.
Oh, damn.
And that it would be, people are like, well, Carrie Fisher's dead, how is this possible? The answer is deepfake technology, apparently. So,
Yep.
so we know what this is. Let's talk about everybody's. Should I give my? You want me to give my thoughts on this topic, Parker, or you want to just go around and like see what you guys think of this news first?
You go first.
All right, you want me to say? Okay, so I'm conflicted. So I have two minds of this one. I'll get with the positives out of the way before the negatives. So positive number one, I want a Luke Skywalker show very badly. They need to explain how he ran a Jedi temple. It's very very good and very bad. Like, it's something I really want. The other thing I'll say is, if they do this, it cannot be a super full-length show. It has to be like Tales of the Jedi and be like a short series. You know what I mean?
Kind of like Tales of the Jedi. Okay.
Yes, because you cannot make this too lengthy, because even though the technology is impressive, it would be very hard to run a show on just straight deepfake technology if it's like 9 or 8 episodes. So
yeah, you're right. You're right.
And we don't know how many recordings they have of Carrie Fisher, so that's my other issue. So those are my positives. Now let's get into my negatives. I'm fine with deepfake Luke. I can buy a deepfake Luke show. I've seen how the technology is. I've yet to see deepfake Han Solo or Leia, so I'd be a little iffy until I see what the actual premise of the show is and if it looks good or not, right? So, as much as I would like a Luke Skywalker show, if this gets announced, I'll be excited, but I'll be very hesitant as well. So that's my take on this. You want to go next, Parker, and then we'll have Jake go last?
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna make mine really brief though.
You can make it brief.
I don't have a lot of thoughts on it just because we don't even know.
Well, yeah, just a rumor, but it's supposed to be announced at Stellar Celebration.
All I'm gonna say is that this whole idea, it shouldn't happen. But if it does, it's either gonna go really good or really bad.
See, that's why I threw in my idea.
There's not gonna be an in between. Like,
see, that's why I mentioned if this does get greenlit and it happens, make it like Tales of the Jedi, where it's short, so that they can do some cool stuff and tell a story that people would want, but don't drag it out. So, because if this becomes a long series, it would be very hard, especially with my other problem I didn't mention that I should have mentioned. Is even if he filmed it already, I don't know how they're going to get Harrison Ford to sign on for this. Like, obviously, yes, he doesn't have to be there in person, but to do the deep fake stuff, they probably need him to come in and do some stuff. And I thought he was pretty clear that he was out.
Yeah.
I mean, he's President Ross now. He don't need that. He's got one more Indy and he's President Ross, so he don't need that shit.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, like, for me personally, and I've talked on this topic many times, if we ever talked about Han Solo, if you guys have followed anything that Han Solo has ever said about Star Wars, he does not like his character. So, if someone comes to him and says, you gotta return as Han Solo, I think it would be met with very big hesitation.
Yeah, he wanted his character to die in Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, so. I think he'd be the hardest person to get. I think Hamill's easily on board because they've already done it with him. I think in terms of Carrie Fisher, they probably have hundreds of recordings and they'd figure something out for her. Because the hardest part of her is that she's dead. So it's like, do they have enough to solidify her getting a presence?
Yeah.
So that's the biggest. So I'd say Harrison Ford, very hard, but he's alive, so you could do it if he agreed to it. Carrie Fisher would be the one that I think could be met with a lot of hesitation and red flags. Unless they go with the route that they did with Leia from Rogue One. Maybe it won't even be Carrie Fisher. Because they could do that, right? Isn't that a possibility?
Well, they still did a deep fake, you know that, right?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying is, like, they did some deep technology on her when we saw her in Rogue One, right?
Yeah.
But they'd also use that actress to make her look, to do some of the lines that they don't have of Carrie, right? Wouldn't that be what they would do? Or how do you think they would go about this?
It would look pretty bad, though.
Yeah. So it's either way, they're going to run into some issues with this. So we'll revisit this topic.
It just sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah, I agree. All right, Jake, I'll hear your thoughts on this, and then we'll move on to the next topic. How do you feel about this?
Yeah, I'm not crazy for it, but I'll check it out.
Like I'm saying, like this is rumored, so like nothing's confirmed. But if like this gets announced, hypothetically, it gets announced tomorrow, but it wouldn't be announced till Star Wars Celebration. Would you guys hate this instantly, or would you guys be like, okay, let's see what we get, and then judge it?
I would definitely be like, I'm definitely gonna watch it because it's Star Wars. I watch anything Star Wars.
Right? Yeah, like we've seen everything, so like you got to check it out. Because even if it has problems,
but it's a really bad idea. And
it's a really bad idea, but there could be some cool things that come from it. Like there could be some cool things with. I really wish, and this will be my part, and I'll even say this when I make my video about this tomorrow. I really wish that it was just a Luke show. I would rather it just be Luke. Like I get why they want to do all three because people said they didn't get to see them reunite in the sequels, but this is going to be very hard to do, so I'd rather just be Luke, personally.
Yeah. Maybe
what will come out is maybe they'll say that the rumor of all three of them isn't true, and maybe it will just be a Luke Jedi Academy show.
Well, that'd be fire.
That would be awesome. I've literally said that if they make a Luke Jedi Academy show, whether live action or animated, it would be one of my most anticipated projects ever, because I've wanted that idea for so long. like it's been something that I've wanted very badly. So yeah, anyway, I think we all kind of had hesitation with this. But once again, it's just a rumor, so it's not like it's going to happen tomorrow or anything. So take it with a grain of salt. In the comments below of the stream, let us know your thoughts, and we're ready to move on to the third main topic.
Okay.
Alright,
Alright,
so
go
the
ahead.
next stuff, we're gonna get into all the Marvel stuff. Now we do have quite a few Marvel topics.
Oh, what's our first
So,
one?
We'll take it slow. So the first one is we have a rumored lineup for the Avengers in Kang Dynasty,
Oh yeah, this is gonna get interesting.
and this is gonna be it's a little bit surprising, but it's also like okay, it makes a little bit of sense. Our rumored lineup is Loki, Ant-Man, Spider-Man, Hulk, Captain America, and Thor.
Okay.
Okay, I had two
You guys
people I
can
got
go
double
ahead and start.
teamed on.
If you need a reminder, I'll let you know, guys.
Okay, give me a reminder. I got jumped, so can you say it one more time because I got jumped?
Alright, so we got Loki, Ant-Man, Spider-Man, Captain Marvel, Hulk, and Thor.
Okay, interesting lineup. So I guess everyone should give their take on this lineup then. All right, since you started the topic, I'll let you go first, Parker, because I know you got things to say about this lineup.
I don't have a lot to say about it. You know, if we're taking this as like, you know, the starting lineup, it's gonna be quite curious to see how Loki ends up with these
That's what I
guys.
was gonna say. One of my biggest questions is how is Loki an Avenger? But I guess Quantumania spoilers.
I think,
If
you know,
Modok can
Thor-
die an
I think-
Avenger, I guess anybody can be an Avenger.
Listen,
Yeah.
if our current Thor meets the current Loki from the show, it's gonna totally make sense that he trusts him because Loki has a completely like personality change. So it's
Yeah.
not like he's some evil guy anymore, right?
Yeah.
And secondly, you know, since Loki's doing all this time jumping in the show, I would not be surprised if he ends up by the end of Loki season 2 in the main MCU universe.
Right.
So that's how I'm guessing that's gonna work.
Here's one thing since
then
we're
the
gonna
other-
address each
the other-
member. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah,
Keep
well,
going.
the other names I'm not gonna address all of them because that's gonna take forever. But the other names, it makes sense, you know, like those are pretty much the exact, you know, people who are kind of remaining after Endgame. So it's not surprising. I am shocked that Sam Wilson isn't there, and
Yeah.
maybe like I don't know Hawkeye, but like other
I wonder
than
if there's a
that,
reason for that. I wonder if we'll find out something about that.
we probably will by
Yeah.
the end of New World Order.
Yeah.
But other than that, though, that I don't know, it's a you know, no Doctor Strange 2, kind of surprising, but
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
So first thing I want to say about this, because I'll let Jake go last on this one, is talking about Loki. If this lineup is true, if we're taking this as 100% concrete evidence, because this is for Kang Dynasty, correct?
Yep.
Before Kang Dynasty, I don't care if it's an end credit scene or if it's an actual scene in the episode, MCU Thor and Loki need to reunite in Loki Season 2 for this to happen. Because I don't want them to do the Infinity War thing where you have Black Panther and Cap, and then all of a sudden everyone just starts talking like they know each other. And then like in Endgame when you have Clint and Black Panther start interacting, you know, after their time in Civil War. I want Thor to show up so he can talk with this, so they can have a moment before the world goes to shit. So that's my first thought on Loki being involved. They gotta do something with Thor in Loki Season 2 for this to work. So, in terms of Loki. Next thing. I am beyond pissed that the Captain America that they... I can't even say Captain America. That the Captain we're getting, if this roster is true, is Carol over Sam. Because that's stupid. I'm not happy about that. And then you said Hulk was on this roster as well?
Hulk and Ant-Man and Spider-Man.
Well, I know we already have dodged this bullet before, but in terms of Scott is now one of my most hated Avengers, so I want him to die, so very badly.
I hope he gets a cab busted in his ass.
So I do have an announcement to tell you guys about that this relates to this topic. One of the reasons it took me so long to come to the podcast, guys, me and Ella, my fiance, we are in the process of making our own Quantum Mania script.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
Which will release details on it tomorrow. So I wanted to mention that because it does relate to something that would happen based on my upsetness of this. So, but yeah, so basically, yeah, Scott, I hope he dies. I really hope he dies this time. And I hope Marvel doesn't tease it in the trailer. I want to watch the movie, and I want Scott Lang to drop dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm pissed. But then, and then the other episodes, so it's the Hulk, I expected. It makes sense. In terms of Thor, if we're getting Thor, you better make sure, because this team is, outside of Loki and a couple of exceptions, I'm going to say this, I know nobody said this yet. Outside of Thor and maybe Loki, this team is pretty dog shit. So I'm gonna go with the controversial take on this. So that means we need fucking Infinity War. What'd you say?
You hate Spider-Man?
No, Spider-Man's good. Okay, so sorry, Spider-Man and Thor and Loki are the people I think that are the only ones I'd root for on this team so far. So my point here is, if we're doing this, we already know Jonathan Majors wants to fight Thor. You better as hell make this Infinity War Thor level. This better not be Love and Thunder Thor. This better be Infinity War Thor.
This better be Thor entering the War of Wakanda Thor.
Because if Thor's going to go down, if this is Chris Hemsworth's way out, I want him to be the most badass Thor and go out and fight the strongest Kang that there can be.
Yeah.
100%. As long as Marvel doesn't fuck us again.
Yeah.
So I believe that. So my take on this is, and now I know this isn't confirmed, but as a report, I don't like this roster so far. There's 2 people on this team that I'm not happy that aren't on this team right now.
Oh, I think I already know what.
No Sam and no fucking Shang-Chi. How do you expect to fight Kang without the 10 rings? Are you kidding me? No.
I was gonna save that for my, but yeah, okay.
I was gonna say Moon Knight.
Well, yeah, I'd be upset about that too. So fine, 3 people. I mean, I was kind of hoping that maybe Moon Knight's chilling with Doctor Strange. Maybe they start rolling with the Midnight Suns pretty soon. Maybe they come in later in the movie. Then they get the Midnight Suns.
I feel like the home. You know, I'm excited to see Midnight Suns, but I think that's gonna happen after the multiverse saga.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then it's just weird that Doctor Strange isn't there, because they made it such a priority that Doctor Strange needs to happen around the same time as Kang. Well, that's what I'm wondering though. But they said they needed it to happen around Kang Dynasty because they moved Doctor Strange into like an earlier slot for this movie. So
yeah, it's kind of weird.
It's a very weird choice. So yeah, but I think, all right, I guess we're ready for Jake's take now. What do you think of this, Jake? For Avengers roster.
I am not happy about it, mainly because you got the Shang-Chi director directing this movie, and Shang-Chi isn't even fucking in it.
That's another problem. I forgot that he's directing this. This report has to be bullshit. There's no way he's doing this movie without Shang-Chi. Someone better come out. Kevin Feige, can I get you on an interview quote right now? This is bullshit, right? Can I get that in confirmed concrete, please? Because I need that. I need to know that.
Then again, not every director gets to decide who gets to be in their movie.
True, maybe he didn't get to pick, which would suck ass if he didn't get to pick. But
if that's the case, that means Marvel just hates him.
Yeah.
Don't make a movie, but you can't put.
Well, then here's what I'll say: if you can't get Shang-Chi in this movie, then you better put fucking Daredevil and Shang-Chi teaming up in Secret Wars then to make up for this shit. Because I'm sorry, you just can't fight Kang without Shang-Chi. You need them 10 rings. You need them 10 rings. It's not that I want to see him fight hand to hand, which would be sick, of course. I'm more concerned about Kang wants them 10 rings, and he needs the prime from somebody. Yep. So, but yeah, so I think we're all in agreement on this. If this roster's true, it sucks ass.
Yep.
Word.
Like, I like that Thor would be coming back because I do think it's fitting that Thor comes to fight a big threat like Kang. And he'd be the only true OG Avenger on that team, which is, well, Hulk is OG, I guess, so Hulk's there too. But Hulk's questionable because of She-Hulk and everything that's happened. Which Hulk would we be getting? Are we getting Smart Hulk, or are we getting, like... Do you guys have thoughts? Shit, I was trying to snipe that
get
bit.
Smart Hulk.
You think it'll be Smart Hulk?
Well, yeah.
I mean, I really want that Hulk from the first Avengers movie back so bad.
That'd be awesome. I love that Hulk, too. That would be cool.
Yeah.
When you just laying waste to fools.
Yeah, I just love it when just that Captain America just looks at Hulk smash.
Hulk smash. He got so excited. He's like, Hulk. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, this roster, I think we're ready for the next Marvel topic because I feel like we all are in agreement in this. If this roster is true, it's going to upset our group specifically, but hopefully a lot of other people as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there are a few arguments why this roster may not be true because there are other rumors of different cast members. And
I've seen pictures of other potential rosters, and they did not match up with this one.
Other characters. And speaking of, a producer from Marvel has said that he's excited to use Namor in King Dynasty. So
exactly.
Apparently, Namor may also be in the movie. I don't know if he would be in the lineup for, the Avengers, but he's in the movie. So that makes you think maybe there are.
Yeah, I think this roster might be nonsense because one thing that I keep remembering that people might be forgetting, especially if they haven't seen Quantumania, I have a good feeling because Kang Dynasty is going to have so many Kangs like we're expecting. I have a feeling because they have that Egyptian Kang, right? I just have a feeling that Moon Knight's going to be an Avenger. I mean, we haven't heard anything about season 2 yet, but that was a subtle hint that character was coming in, and they're not going to finish a Kang variant in a TV show. He'll come in because he has to be there for Dynasty,
Right.
So, what do you think? We have thoughts. Moon Knight, an Avenger, pretty confirmed.
That would be pretty cool. Yeah.
And imagine being Oscar Isaac. Imagine being able to just say, "Fuck you, Star Wars. I got the dream I wanted. I get to be an Avenger, bitch."
Yeah. He finally gets the recognition he deserves.
Because being on a TV show is one thing that makes a lot of money. Being a $1 billion movie, if that movie does make $1 billion,
It probably will.
Yeah, it's an Avengers movie. It will get good praise.
It's an Avengers movie, yeah.
Good or bad. Good or bad. Age of Ultron didn't Age of Ultron still make it in the $1 billion club?
Yeah.
I didn't love Age of Ultron. I think it's the weakest of the Avengers movies, but it was still alright.
I think it got too much hate from when it came out. It definitely isn't as bad as people think.
I wish they made Ultron scarier. That's my only complaint.
Yeah, I wish they redid Ultron. I hope they still do redo it.
Yeah, there's rumors going around that he might return in Secret Wars, so we'll see.
Yeah, everybody's got the one thing in the multiverse they want to see. You want the return of Ultron? I want multiverse Killmonger, which we'll get to when we talk about Creed 3 later too, because that definitely needs to happen. Since we're on MCU topics, because you're on my page on that, Parker, right? You want the return of Killmonger?
Yeah, not the same one though.
No, as I'm saying, a multiverse. Like they did What If, right? So he conquered the multiverse.
You know what?
Easy way to bring him in.
I want the Killmonger from What If. He was pretty cool.
That's what I'm saying, dude. He was badass. He just came through timeline and just did what he wanted.
Yeah.
He really understood. Is this your king? Is this your king? Yeah, I'm the king of the multiverse.
That motherfucker was ready to rewrite like the entire universe.
This man saves Iron Man and then goes and fucks everybody else up. It's like, all right.
Yeah.
I'm about that, man. I need to rewatch those What If episodes. That Killmonger episode was badass. It doesn't get the respect that it deserves. So, yeah, man, I'm about multiverse Killmonger. I think we need to see the return. All right, so what's our next one, Jake? Then, or I guess Parker.
Oh yeah. So, next one, Steven Yeun has been casted in the upcoming Thunderbolts movie as unnamed role, but there is some speculation of who he could play. So you guys wanna maybe take a gander at who this could be?
So I'm hearing rumors that he's going to be Sentry, which is pretty exciting if it's true.
Yeah, he's gonna be Sentry.
My take on this is I've seen The Walking Dead, I've seen Steven Yeun's work, so I think he'll be a good fit for the MCU. I think. Now the question is me interesting is if they do Sentry, because Sentry and Hyperion are very similar but different. This is Marvel definitely. I think Marvel is definitely trying to pull a. Hey DC, we got a Superman too. I feel like this is that move. Well, do we have thoughts on that? Is this a Superman power play for Marvel?
It could be. It could be.
I feel like it's...
I think if it's Sentry, I'm gonna say no. Because Sentry doesn't have a lot of the powers of Superman.
Yeah, so Hyperion would be closer to Superman.
If it's Hyperion, then it's definitely a Superman. Right?
If you get to pick, do you want Sentry or Hyperion for Steven Yeun? Which one are you more okay
Steven
with?
Yeun definitely Sentry. I don't think Steven Yeun fits Hyperion at all.
Can you imagine? I know this is like a million chance in one to happen. What if we do get? So let's play devil's advocate for a minute, okay?
Okay.
Imagine a world. Imagine a world where Steven Yeun is cast as Sentry, right? But don't want to get people's hopes in here because I'm sure there's gonna be some Snyder fans that jump on this and not like this. But just imagine a world where you get Sentry casted, right? And Thunderbolts starts filming. A week after Thunderbolts starts filming, you get the news. Henry Cavill is officially playing Hyperion. What do you think the internet would do? What do you think would happen if you read that?
The internet would break, man. The internet would literally break.
Yeah, it'd probably go crazy.
I mean, it would go crazy because technically, according to the Snyderverse, we already have evil Superman, besides Homelander, of course, and the boys. So,
but they never really showed that, like, you know. That was only in a dream sequence.
I think Henry Cavill would crush it if he was.
I think he
would. I think he'd be great as Hyperion. If Marvel was willing to make that move, if you can't like to be that dark, true evil Superman, I think he could crush it.
Yeah,
so I would love to see that.
Just Kenpai get a hold of Henry Cavill and be like, hey, you're out of the DC universe. Guess what? We want you in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
I know just how that conversation would go. He's gonna call James Gunn first, like, yeah, hey James, you don't have any plans for Henry Cavill right now, right? You're trying to cast a younger Superman. Yeah, we're not touching the multiverse yet. Can I have him over and go play like evil Superman from my universe? Yeah, why not? Like, I mean,
I don't think James Gunn would care. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. That's why I say, well, yeah, why not? Because he wouldn't care, but he likes to support Kevin, so I feel like he'd be like, yeah, you do you, man.
I don't think the Warner execs would like it, but you know
they wouldn't. But fuck them. James Gunn's pretty much he doesn't care.
They don't really have a say in it. I mean, I guess they kind of do, but what are they going to do? Sue them?
I mean, James Gunn's cleaning house with them too.
Hyperion has existed for a long while, and they've tried to make him Marvel Superman, and they kind of have, but he hasn't gotten the popularity that I think he deserves.
I think him being in a big movie like Thunderbolts could boost him in that way.
Yeah.
And I think that cool.
Warner can't sue Marvel for casting Henry Cavill. Like, they just can't do that.
So. No, because he's an actor. He's an actor that fits a role. They do their job. He's available.
So
it's about making that money.
I think if they got Cavill for that role, it would make Hyperion like a C-list character right now to definitely maybe an A-list. Possibly.
Yeah, which would be cool. Which I think would be really cool. So yeah, I like that he's Sentry because that means that a Hyperion casting can come later, which is good because I think there's other people that should play Hyperion. So that's
I
definitely
might be the only one, but I mean, you know, maybe hopefully I'm proven wrong because you know I think it'd be cool, but I might be the only one who thinks that Steven Yeun isn't gonna be Sentry. Like,
I think most people think it's gonna be Sentry.
I don't see him as Sentry. Well, most people are saying that he is gonna be Sentry, and I feel like I'm the other one out where I mean, yeah, he's cast in the movie, and everyone's been, you know, wondering who the villain's gonna be. And
Well, here's what I heard. This is the scoop that I was given the other day that I can share with you. I'm told it's a big role, and it involves more than one movie. So he's in Thunderbolts, but then he's in something else as well.
yeah,
So that makes
Well,
it kind of
you got a movie with Thunderbolts, and it's about like a bunch of like
yeah.
ground,
So that's why I'm just wondering, like,
heroes.
if he,
I'm
because
thinking he could be like a, I think he just might be like a special agent or maybe, an accomplice to Thunderbolt Ross.
but for him being
maybe.
signed on for multiple movies already at this, when we haven't even seen what he's going to be like in this one movie, seems like it's a power movie. Like, it seems like there's some sort of,
It could be.
it seems like there's something going on there. I don't know why. I get
We
the
won't
vibe
know
that
We won't know until we see it, but I don't
Yeah.
know.
I'm sure what will probably happen is Thunderbolt will start filming, and then you'll be like, oh, he's in the Sentry costume.
Yeah, we'll see.
Imagine they don't announce it and people find out from sub-photos. I wonder how
Or
pissed
he- or
Kevin
he's
Feige
in a-
would be.
Or he's in a onesie.
Yeah, he's in a onesie.
Because Marvel hates to make actually any costumes nowadays. They just use CGI to make costumes.
Yeah, true.
They got lazy. They got so fucking lazy.
It is very lazy.
I hated that John Krasinski, that costume wasn't even real. It was a onesie.
Yeah, it was sad. Alright,
And the
so this thoughts were pretty wrapped on the Stephen Yeun now.
Yeah, I think so. Unless you guys have anything else to say about it.
Did you have anything
Am I
else to
gonna
add to it,
make
Jake?
No.
Okay, he's good. He's
Oh
down great.
god, I barely made it out. Good.
I'm almost there. I'm coming right now.
Alright, next one. This one kind of goes back to the, well, I kind of has in the bus, but whatever. Simu Liu, of course, our main man, Shang-Chi, says that a team-up with him and the Avengers is coming, quote, sooner than we think.
Oh.
This is interesting because when I heard this, I'm assuming this means something that's not Avengers related.
Yeah.
Is that what we're
partially
meant?
Avengers.
Maybe
to
a Shang-Chi
assume.
2, maybe.
Well, yeah, we have heard that Shang-Chi 2 is going to involve multiverse stuff, so that definitely, it's on the list of multiverse movies for the MCU, so that wouldn't surprise me. But there's other opportunities that I've talked to Jake about too. Like, one thing we talked about is I'm hearing, and Parker's heard this too, New World Order is looking like it's going to be like Civil War right now.
Oh yeah.
In terms of an Avengers
Not
movie
in terms
without
of, like,
being...
there being a Civil War, but it's
Yeah,
gonna be
but
like,
but you remember how Civil War was stacked with Black Panther, Spider-Man, all the pretty much Avengers to set up other Avengers characters and projects?
yeah.
I could see Shang-Chi popping up in New World Order.
I would
Because
not
if
be
Sam's
surprised.
building the team, why wouldn't you want Shang-Chi on that team? I mean, it just seems like a good idea to me. And for Marvel, it's a big movie because that movie made a lot of money. It's Marvel saying, "Hey, we got plans for this character, guys. You ready to see him team up with Sam Wilson? Like, he's gonna be badass." So yeah, so that's a possibility. Another possibility. I'm trying to think of another show. Trying to think of another show or movie that you could pop up in.
Oh shit.
But I think New World Order is probably the best case.
Yeah. Here, Jake, take this my kid.
All right. Where you at? I was with my
I
other
was
person.
telling
that
Jake.
go- Alright, grab him.
It's over there. It's right there.
Yeah, I got my health. Ooh, I love
Oh, okay.
that. Nice. Yeah, I would say, yeah, I think that's awesome. I'm down for Slimu. I'm down for more. I love Shang-Chi very much, so I am down for more.
Oh shit.
And you see him team up with specific Avengers, I'm down with that. So,
Shit. You tell me to take a
son of a bitch! My AI got me fucked too, dang it! Kill him! Dang, that sucks.
You guys. I gotta go to zone.
But yeah, I think this this topic is pretty great considering we all kind of want to see more of him.
Yeah. Well, some of us do.
What, you don't want to?
wasn't the biggest.
fuck.
I mean, you know what? Shang-Chi was a good movie, but I'm not the biggest fan of the character.
So you're just not a fan of the character. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
See,
I
for
would
me,
rather see, like,
for me, he's
I
a
would rather
perfect
see,
character
like
because
a
of,
Daredevil or like a Moon Knight before I would rather see Shang-Chi.
that makes sense. I mean, we're gonna get those characters. I just like the MCU, in my humble opinion, the MCU has a fresh character that I can relate with quite a bit.
You're just saying that
Wait,
because
you can relate with Shang-Chi?
Yeah.
I didn't know you were Asian.
It's not about race, it's about the story and the character.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I know, I know what
Yeah.
you're doing.
yeah, he's just saying that because of all the martial arts. in
I mean,
that
my
movie.
karate instructor saw that. He hardly goes to any movies, and he saw that movie 5 times, and he doesn't even work at a theater
That's
because
crazy.
he was so impressed by the martial arts. He was literally like, "Dude, this movie rocks." And I was like, "Yep."
Wow.
And what I love about it is it reminded people of, because a lot of action movies don't do this anymore, but it reminded us of the old Jackie Chan Hong Kong film, which, and then the third act, as you know, I'm an anime fan. The third act, feeling like an anime, was
Yeah.
pretty cool. I loved it.
Yeah.
So I
I
just,
think that third act kind of ruined the movie for me.
no, I
Not
understand.
not
I
in a bad way.
understand.
I didn't. I want to take that back. I didn't ruin the movie, but I would have probably gave it more praise if it wasn't for that third act.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
the third act
I
was-
understand.
The third
But
act
you
was
know
the
that
most
they-
Marvel thing ever.
You know, they had to have that though, because you have to, like, in a world where Thanos had just wiped out the Avengers and then was
Well,
defeated.
let's be honest.
you-
They had to have that because it's Marvel.
Well, yeah, and it was Marvel, but what I'm
And
saying, as a
they
Marvel
gotta go big for
decision,
all the third acts.
because they already did Thanos with these otherworldly threats, a guy that can kick and punch is going to need something a little more than just his hands and feet.
I
Yeah.
guess so.
So, I mean, yes, he was trained in every weapon, but he wasn't going to make a dent against someone like Kang if he didn't have a weapon that could make him like Dragon Ball power level.
And
So,
and I was impressed with Shang-Chi just because I thought that Trevor Slattery was gonna die in that movie.
yeah, I thought
But he
so too.
didn't.
I liked how they used him in humor too. That whole gorilla scene was fantastic.
Like
love it.
I thought he was gonna die within the first like 10 minutes
Yeah,
of the
just
movie.
like
Not
the first
even.
time I saw it, I just love that. The first time I saw Planet of the Apes. it was,
Oh yeah, first time I saw Planet of the Apes. Yeah. Oh.
scene was incredible.
Yeah, that was funny how he thought they were all real. It
Yep.
just goes to show how much of an idiot he actually is.
Yeah, it was pretty hilarious. But yeah, no, yeah, I think most of us love that movie, and
Yeah.
we enjoy it. And so I'm down for more of his character. I think there's gonna be some cool stuff. I'm curious to see how he factors in. So,
All right.
so what is our next
then-
one?
All right. Oops, I don't want to close out. Okay. Our next one. Eternals 2, Shang-Chi 2, and Doctor Strange 3 are all on the production schedule. So
Okay.
that's interesting. I don't know what that means for when they come out, but
It's a cute
I can
otter.
assume
It's like your
that
buddy over there.
if they're on the production schedule, they got to be starting, pre-production in the next
Otter would
year or
hide.
so. So,
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
I think, Eternals 2, I get why they're doing it. I feel like they have to do it though because they'll probably get backlash.
The only thing good
Yeah.
that comes from Eternals 2 in my mind, and it's only if this character appears, is that we get the continued stuff with Black Knight.
Yeah.
Because Black Knight is a Midnight Sun, and if he shows up,
Yeah.
then Midnight Sun starts cooking. Which,
Imagine
is
if
good.
Mahershala Ali actually shows up.
dude, if he gets a bigger role in that movie, that shit would be awesome. Like, imagine the movie
It would be, but I
sucks
feel
like the
he's
first
not gonna be
movie.
in that movie though.
No, I
because
agree.
He was just,
I agree.
he was just in the first one, so he could. Be
I'm
a
sure he's
Southwest
just gonna. He was just gonna be like, "Yo, here's your sword, bro," and then,
Yeah.
and then now we're gonna see him, and then Black Knight's gonna have a solo adventure in that movie. Watch the Black Knight story be the best part of that movie, and the rest of the movie is just like
Yeah, Joe.
boring. What?
Joe, when that movie came out and we got to that end credit scene, at first I thought it was maybe Nick Fury.
Yeah, a lot of people
But
thought that. I thought it was interesting that was their perception.
but then I was like, then I saw it again. I was like, oh no, that's Mahershala Ali's Blade.
Which is great that they did
Yeah,
that. That was such a great
I
way to
didn't know
introduce
who it
them.
was. I had to watch a video, and I'm like, oh, that's where that was. I had no idea.
Sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes you got to watch a video to know what you're dealing with.
Yeah. What else? Oh, Shang-Chi 2. We were kind of just talking about that, the whole...
Wait, we know it's gonna be. We know it's gonna be multiverse because it's got a time-related title. So
Yeah.
that definitely is
And
gonna
then
be interesting.
we got Doctor Strange 3, which, I don't want to start the whole Doctor Strange...
No,
video, but,
I'll say this. I'll be nice on this one. I'll say a kind thing for this one. After the end credit scene, well, not end credit scene. Well, technically end credit scene. I guess to say after the very end of the movie, with Doctor Strange dealing with the
Clea.
incursions with Clea. Even though I have mixed feelings of the movie, the ending of Doctor Strange 2 did get me hyped for the future with Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
And there are things with Doctor Strange 3, there are a lot of things that they can do with incursions that I really think would make a solid Doctor Strange 3. For one thing I'm hoping we get to do, especially as a comic book fan of the character, I hope, since we're probably going to fix these incursions, I hope we go to the dark dimension in this third film and get to revisit Dormammu.
I think that's what they're hinting at
Because,
the end of the...
in my opinion, as much as I love Doctor Strange 1, they have not, in my opinion, done Dormammu yet the way that he needs to be done. I think he's going to have a better look when we see him, hopefully more comic book accurate. Because Dormammu really is a beast, and I'd love to see him better utilized.
Yeah.
Of course they finished it with a fucking Daku smash.
Yeah, no.
The best part of it is that there's a fucking Dragon Ball skin too. It's like they took one
you
anime
got-
and used the other
you
one.
You got killed by an anime skin.
It's like you killed an anime skin and an anime person. Like your life doesn't get any worse than that. That sucks. But yeah, so I think in terms of that, Doctor Strange 3, yeah, it has a huge role to play in incursions. I think whether he's in the movie or not, Doctor Strange 3 will have a huge purpose, not just in Kang Dynasty, but he needs to be very connected to Secret Wars, because who's going to bring all these characters across the multiverse other than Doctor Strange?
I'm gonna be Prowler.
Like-
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
like
I
Doctor
agree.
Strange has to go and snatch up all the Spideys. He's got to go get go get Wolverine. He's got to go get Deadpool. He's got to go get.
Yeah, man. He's got to get everybody.
Mm-hmm. So he's literally carrying Secret Wars in the palm of his hand.
Yeah, definitely.
Sorry, Wong, but if Doctor Strange ain't Sorcerer Supreme after Secret Wars, then they ain't doing your job right.
Yeah.
I love you, Wong, but Strange deserves to be the Sorcerer Supreme.
We all love Wong.
I'm sorry, but it just needs to happen. But I love you, Wong, very much, and you're a great character.
Mm,
And you've been a decent Sorcerer Supreme, I guess I'll say.
yeah, he's... You know what? I like him as Sorcerer Supreme.
I do too, but
I think Strange will eventually end up being Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah.
But Wong is a good choice.
He's a good temp. He makes a good temp. Like, you know his time's limited, but he's having fun and it works out.
Definitely.
Yes. All right. I think is that the only one that we've talked about? Like, so what else was on the production list? It was Doctor Strange, Shang-Chi 2. What was the third thing?
Eternals. We already said that though.
All right. So we talked about all of them. So that we're good for the next topic then.
Yeah. So
I'll stick with Thanos. I can't.
Oh, could you not find the pickaxe you liked?
I can't find the stuff that I.
our next one has been kind of going on and off the past couple of days. Originally, the rumors were shown as positive. Now they're being shown as negative.
Hey,
So
Daniel,
it's
welcome
been
to
kind
the
of going
stream.
up. Been kind of going up and down, and I want to know what you guys think. John Krasinski, is he going to be Reed Richards? Yes and no. Honestly, at this point, it's a coin toss. I have no idea. What do you guys think?
Here's what I think. I think he won't be MCU Reed Richards, as in like the main timeline that gets the Fantastic Four Reed Richards, because they're going to try and do a different route for whatever reason. But what I will say is because we are going to do Secret Wars, and Secret Wars is going to revisit so many like different realities.
Yeah, he could be in Secret
I
Wars.
think you could show him in Secret Wars again from a different timeline, just because people would want to see him again in something like Secret Wars. So I'll say he's not the main timeline Reed, but I could see a return for him, but just not in the way that I think people are expecting. Because I think a lot of people want him to be main Reed, but I think we've gotten to the point where it's not going to happen. Because if he wasn't going to be main Reed, then they wouldn't even be considered casting for Reed. They'd just make him Reed Richards, and Reed Richards would be the first person announced.
Yeah.
Because we know from reports that the first person they're casting for Fantastic Four is Sue Storm.
I did hear that, yeah, and I heard that the casting was going to be announced in the next few months.
Yep.
Or something.
So
like
we'll
that,
know Sue. I'm gonna guess sooner than later.
Which is maybe why they're saying that. You know, I mean, that definitely means something because if Krasinski's name is going yes and no right now, it definitely makes sense why they're starting with Sue because maybe they have a definite choice for Sue.
Yeah, I think so.
They're still waiting.
Emily Blunt. Come on.
They're still
That'd be cool.
No, exactly. They're still waiting on a yes or no for Krasinski. So, yeah. Jake, what do you think?
Alright, I will say this. If John Krasinski's still going to be playing Reed Richards, we need to have Emily Blunt as Sue Storm.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't care what Emily Blunt says about her not liking comic book movies. Come on.
It's a must. I think that relationship, I mean, because we already know that they're in a relationship, and that would only make, you know, their relationship, Reed and Sue, even more strong because, you know, it's real emotions, it's real actors who actually like each other. And then they're fucking married, so, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Definitely would sell them to two actors who aren't in a relationship, I guess. Personally, I would like to see Krasinski be the main one, but if they don't, I hope they do get a good choice.
Yeah, that's my take is like, I want him to be the main one, and I've spent so much energy on wanting him to be main, but I'm just getting to the point where I don't think it's going to happen, otherwise they would have just gone for it.
Yeah. So, we'll see.
Like, there's been some other names that's been going around for Reed Richards, like that one guy from Last Airbender.
Yeah, but they could just go up and be like, oh yeah, we're just going to have John Krasinski because he's great. And the fan reaction was good for him.
That's
so,
true.
Yeah, you could really go either way. Like,
yeah.
So that's why I'm so curious about why cast Sue first. I just assumed Reed would be the first cast, but it'll be interesting for sure.
I think out of all the Fantastic Four members, the biggest name would be is Reed because you know.
Well, Reed's the most important one because Reed's the one
that character has the most to lose because.
Well, yeah, he does.
No offense to you know anyone, but Reed. I mean, Sue Storm. It doesn't have to be like a diamond pick. Like you could pick any white blonde woman, and you got Sue Storm. So I guess you could probably say the same about Johnny Storm. You can pick any white guy who looks young. That's Johnny Storm. But with Reed, you got to find that perfect. He's gotta look like Reed Richards, and we all know what Reed Richards looks like.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So I've seen some good names out there. I've seen that guy from the show You, other people, but I think Krasinski is still my favorite pick.
Yeah, I just think they did such a good job with what we saw of him already. Why mess with a good thing?
That's what I'm saying, man. And look, if Jonathan Majors can play every single Kang,
why can't Krasinski?
But it also kind of makes sense because we've had there's the Fantastics. They might want to bring back Miles Teller for Secret Wars. I don't know.
Yeah, if they have multiple Reeds, we'll have to see.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't do Council of Reeds in Multiverse of Madness, so they still have the chance to adapt that Secret Wars if they want.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
we could have the Council of Reeds against the Council of Kangs. Why not?
True. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, I think we're ready for the next topic.
Alright. Where did my phone
Don't lose it.
go? Oh my god, yeah, I almost lost it. What the fuck? Alright, so I'm just gonna do a 2-in-1. It's not, anything too huge, but, Daredevil, Born Again, and Captain America New World Order both start filming this week. And Daredevil actually already started just yesterday.
Yep.
We already have set
Yeah,
photos.
there
but,
and there is set photos that were released. So
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's set photos. So both of those start filming this week, which is kind of cool. And then Deadpool 3 started filming last week, which we mentioned in our podcast last week.
Yeah.
So all these three pretty big things that are filming. It's actually pretty cool. So, you guys think we're gonna get anything from these?
I think we'll get
set
some
photos,
information
or-
from some things. I think there'll definitely be some stuff. There was already an article in regards to Hugh Jackman that came out today about Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds hinting at that we'll get more than one Wolverine from different timelines or realities in Deadpool 3.
Yeah. But in terms of Born Again and New World Order, do you have anything?
Oh, in terms of the other,
Yes.
Born Again, here's what I'll say. We've already heard rumors of her training. I think a set photo of Jessica Jones and Charlie Cox is going to leak soon.
oh yeah.
I think it's going to
There
happen.
was that picture a couple weeks back, and I told you guys this. And
I'm
this
telling
is
you, man,
before
I
we-
looked at that picture.
This
She's
is
wearing a
before-
Daredevil shirt. I looked everywhere. There is no Daredevil logo like that unless it's for Born Again as a solo item. So
we talked about this on our old podcast, but this was maybe a month ago actually. But there was that photo of oh no, I think actually it was just 2 weeks ago when we did the first episode of Darkside where
yeah.
Kristen Ritter was seen with Mike Coulter.
And that's the other thing we got to talk about. That
They were
could
both
be
together,
possible.
and we had no idea that Born Again was going to start filming soon, and now it's filming this week, so that's pretty, just saying.
Yeah, something's
Those
gonna
two.
happen. I wonder, since Charlie got there today, because it is 18 episodes, when does Vincent's schedule start?
Oof.
Because Vincent
Yeah.
D'Onofrio
I'm
is
assuming-
signed
I'm
on there
assuming
from the beginning.
It's gotta be pretty soon. Remember
Because they're
those,
done with Echo now, right? Because if Charlie's there, they must be done with their
remember
Echo
those set photos
shooting.
from Echo?
Yep,
Those are fucking. He looks huge, man.
they got him, man. They got to deliver, right? I mean, you got to get Kingpin.
Yeah, man. If you're gonna do Kingpin, you gotta do him right.
And with I mean, it makes sense. Especially there's been rumors about Daredevil and stuff appearing in Spider-Man 4. So I mean, it's definitely
Yeah.
possible
Apparently,
that
those two, Born Again and Spider-Man 4,
going to be
supposed
together.
to tie in together.
That's definitely. I have a feeling that that's going to be the movie that they're like, with all the talk that Vincent D'Onofrio has about Spider-Man. I think we will see Kingpin facing off against Spider-Man in that movie. Even though we know nothing next to that movie, I'm just getting, because of them being so connected, I'm just getting this sneaky feeling that something's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gotta be good.
All right, so yeah, in terms of that one, and then in terms of New World Order, it depends, because there's things we know and then there's things we don't know. So like, it could be one of the Avengers that we're expecting to show up might pop up on set, and that might give us a little hint about just how big things are going to be.
Yeah.
Or it could be as simple as Bucky and Sam shooting a cameo scene on set together. Like,
We
it
won't
just
know
depends.
until. Yeah. I think if anything, that one's gonna be more under wraps than anything, because we've heard some pretty big news about that movie. In the past couple months, so yeah. I mean, at this point, everything's up in the air. We won't know what to expect until we see some actual pictures or footage of it. when they do their Disney Expo this year.
Yeah, exactly. So I think, yeah, it's going to be some time, but when they do set photos, I think something will happen. Now, whether it's significant or big, what I'm interested about, because Born Again started today, I'm going to be following those photos every day now, because I want to see, if any, because that's one of my most anticipated shows, I want to see what follows from that, for sure.
Yeah.
I
I think the
think
worst thing they could do with that show is let us down, because that's...
Yeah, that if that show fails,
pretty big deal.
it's gonna shake a lot of Marvel fans, because the fans that love Daredevil is pretty high.
I remember Daredevil's went from like a low B-list character to like an A++ list character.
Oh,
now.
easily.
I mean, that show, the movie kind of knocked it down for everyone, but that show revived him, and yeah. I mean, at this point, he's up there with like Captain America and Thor.
Also, I saw those set photos for Born Again today. I'm digging that mustache, the
beard.
the beard.
He rocks that beard really good.
Yeah, he's got a really good, that beard he's rocking really well. I'm digging it.
Yeah. I think Charlie Cox grows a really good beard.
Oh yeah.
I kind of hope he keeps it for the cowl. I think I don't think it'll make him look more badass, but
I think it would make him look really badass, because
I have a feeling that shot of him is probably from like a past or
you never know, because like sometimes with those characters, especially the more grizzled ones, they might go that route at some point. Like Daredevil's an older character, so they could definitely do something unique with that.
Well, I see you hiding in the bush here.
So I'm definitely down for that. I'm down for them doing something crazy like that.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
All right. We have a few more Marvel topics, and then we can talk about our last topic, which will be pre-3. That's gonna be pretty packed.
Yes, sir.
So we're gonna go back kind of around to Ant-Man. There's been a lot of interviews because they're all on press junkets. Everyone's talking about Ant-Man. Corey Stoll, and this is going to be kind of... I put this in here because it's a little bit in there. It's a maybe happen, maybe not happen. Corey Stoll wants to do a MODOK prequel, which is kind of interesting because I kind of got the impression that he wasn't MODOK for very long, but I guess he was MODOK with Kang for some time, so yeah, I mean, I would be down for... I like MODOK in that movie. I would say, I mean, we need to talk about this a lot. If Kang was in this movie and you kind of restructured this movie, MODOK would be an amazing role into this for Ant-Man. And I think he was definitely slept on in this movie, but I want more MODOK, man. I liked him in this movie.
Okay.
What do you think, Joe?
Yeah, MODOK prequel is fine. I think it could be cool.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, I think he could be. I think he could definitely be cool. I'm down for MODOK prequel. I'd be interested to see where things go. It's not my most anticipated things or anything crazy, but if they do it, it'd be interesting to see what they do.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind it. I mean, I enjoyed MODOK enough in that movie, but I would definitely watch more from him. And I think you can definitely tell that Corey Stoll enjoyed the hell out of himself by playing that role. I mean,
he did a good job.
Damn.
That was rough.
We keep getting smacked, man.
Yeah, but yeah, so that's interesting.
And Joe, it's not. But I'm just making sure we also got to talk about the specific trailer that came out today.
Yep, we'll do that as soon as we finish this. Was that your last Marvel topic, or did you have another thing to add to it?
Oh, we had one more. Marvel
Yeah,
topic.
are we gonna talk about the fight scene that you told me about today?
The fight scene? Oh no, it was
Well, yeah, you found a picture of Kang with the sword, right?
Oh, I wasn't gonna add that. I mean, that's not huge news.
I think it's pretty big news,
It's
considering the
kind of
fact
cool,
that
but it's not like
it's another reason that there was a script out there that was more accurate to Kang than the movie was. So
I'm kind of glad that they did put him in though, because that would make me. It would just, I'd probably be more salty that he got his ass kicked if he had a sword.
I
too.
mean, I referenced in my video tomorrow. I referenced about how I would utilize the sword in my version of the movie, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna be Green Goblin.
Well,
In
Kang's
my
a
script,
pussy,
a
so.
teaser for you fans, guys. I kill a lot of people in my script, so there's a teaser for you. Ant-Man
Don't kill
3.
everybody, though.
Ant-Man 3 is not a happy ending for you guys.
Yeah.
it's pretty dark.
Okay. The last Marvel topic we have is rumors for Spider-Verse.
Oh yeah, what do we got? Let's do it.
We haven't been getting a lot of Spider-Verse news since our last trailer. They've been kind of keeping that movie under wraps, which is kind of surprising.
Guessing because
But
it's
maybe not,
multiverse.
because we are hearing huge rumors that Tom Holland Spider-Man will appear in the movie. Whether that be through Miles accidentally coming to the MCU universe, or just him being in the animated universe. I mean, I think we kind of all expected at least one of the Spider-Man, whether it was going to be Tobey, Andrew, or Tom to appear in this movie. I'd rather it be Tom though, because I feel like what's got to happen. This is a must. Is that by the end of this, by the end of part 2 of Across the Spider-Verse, we have to have Miles end up in the MCU. It's just got to happen,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be kind of cool. I think it's kind of cool. I don't know how well the voice actor Tom would be, but but that whole movie is just a huge glorified.
We'll have to see. Yeah.
Sequence.
And I think that's what people want to see. So you give the people what they paid for, right?
Well, Sony doesn't know anything about that because they told us. I mean, look up Morbius, dude. We did not get what we paid for. We paid to see Spider-Man and.
Well, yeah, but if you compare, don't compare Morbius to Spider-Verse, because Spider-Verse is that first one was too good.
Don't even.
Spider-Verse is infinitely better.
That's what I'm saying. Like Ultron said, don't compare me to Stark. He's a sickness. Don't compare me to Morbius. He's a menace.
Yeah.
Jameson should be taking pictures of him instead of Spider-Man.
Sony doesn't know the first thing about paying what we get for. I mean,
yeah, that's true. Sony has not.
Sony
been
tricks
kind.
everybody. They make us pay for something that we didn't ask for.
Yep, that's true. And they still make no money.
Yep, and they still fail at it. Well, maybe that's a lesson. Sony should take a look at a Marvel's page. But
yeah, that's a good plan. That's a good thing. All right, so now I think we can move on since that was the last Marvel topic. We can cover me and Jake. This might not apply to Parker as much because he doesn't go as hard for like Disney as a company as we do, unless it's Marvel or Star Wars or other things. But we got a pretty big trailer for a movie that we've been waiting to hear an update on today, which is Wendy.
Peter Pan and Wendy, baby.
Peter Pan and Wendy finally got a trailer. Now, if you guys don't know my connection to Peter Pan and Wendy, my favorite animated Disney movie of all time is Peter Pan. Ever since I was a kid, I loved Peter Pan. I loved Captain Hook. I loved the silliness of it. I loved the story of Neverland. I love how it takes place in London and then Neverland. So I love that movie very much. And in terms of live action, there has only been one bad Peter Pan live action film made, which was Pan, which starred Hugh Jackman as Blackbeard, and then the guy from Tron as Hook. And it was not very good. But the other two live action movies, being the Robin Williams Hook and then the other one just called Peter Pan, were very good. But they weren't always the most faithful to the Peter Pan franchise. Even they did different changes, which made them fun. But this movie, just based off this trailer, looks like a mix between. It's got some Narnia elements in it. It's got some Pirates of the Caribbean elements in it. it looks like it's going to be fantastic. So, Jake, I'll let you give your main take, and then I'll give my main thoughts.
I love this trailer. I loved it.
I couldn't agree more. I'm excited to discuss this with you.
Dude, our first look at Jude Law's Captain Hook. Fuck
Everybody
yes.
knows, well, out of everything in this trailer, I have the most to say about Jude Law's Captain Hook, because I was 100% on his team when he was cast for this role. But then, you know what they say, seeing is believing, and when he walks out in the trailer, and you guys will see my reaction when I teased Jake with it earlier today, because I made my reaction video today, but it won't be uploaded until later today. But when you guys watch it, there's a scene where Jude Law comes out as Hook for the first time, and he's talking to Wendy to get Peter Pan's attention. And when I watched that scene, when I edited my reaction, I clipped the scene of Negan, of Negan basically telling, of Negan talking to Father Gabriel about when he snuck up on him. I'm like, holy shit, you were creepy as shit, sneaking up on me like the badass pirate looking Jude Law. Like, I was hyped. Like, seeing him, his voice, hype. Mustache, hype. The hook, hype. The sword. Now, I get to say the most praises for this specific character because out of all the Peter Pan characters in the story, I have been a Hook fanboy since I was a child.
I mean, at least I got your card.
When I was a kid, I didn't. When I was a kid, I didn't root for. When I was a kid, I didn't root for Peter Pan. I rooted for Captain Hook. So, yeah, Jude Law, and then other things in this trailer. It looks like a great trailer. Like Tinkerbell, like the effects. Even for a Disney Plus movie, the aesthetics are so incredible. It's gonna be really good. I'm excited.
A lot of people are complaining about Black Tinkerbell, but I don't get it.
And it's the same people about Black Ariel. I just ignore them. It's fine. It's fine. People need to get over that completely. Oh, I got a quest complete. I got The Witcher. Oh, nice. That's cool. I got that extra emote now. Alright, let's go. Yeah, so trailer's great. Definitely love it. Can't wait to check it out. April 28th, guys, is when you can watch it. If you wanted to know, for the movie. Which, if I remember correctly, Jake, which day does Jedi Survivor, is its new release date?
Oh, shit, hold on.
I'm looking up right now. I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm already on it. I'm 10 steps ahead of you, and you just don't even know. Jedi Survivor. Boom.
April 28th.
Holy shit! Says, okay, so here's what I'm trying to figure out. So that's what's weird though. It says Jedi Survivor available on PC April 28th, but it should say that for every console, right?
No.
Why does PC get an earlier release?
Well, it depends. I mean,
nope, it says for all consoles. I just looked it up. It says initial release April 28th, 2023. PS5, Xbox Series X.
Let me double check the. I can just look on the PlayStation Store here. Hold up.
Yeah, I checked the main page, and it said when the first thing I looked up, it popped up. Because it's saying all the consoles, and it says...
Yeah.
Well, I know what I'm doing on April 28th. I'm watching Peter Pan and Wendy, and then you guys are not going to see me for hours on end. Because I'll be streaming Survivor.
Yep.
Talk about a fucking great day. Like, dude, that weekend's going to be incredible.
Oh, dude, I'm gobbling. I got Captain America's shield.
Did you realize that,
my
honey,
God.
when we played the, when we watched the trailer today? So Peter Pan comes out April 28th. You know what also comes out April 28th?
Survivor.
Jedi Survivor comes out April 28th.
Nice.
So the game, we'll be watching Peter Pan, and then I'll be playing Jedi Survivor.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Man,
See,
This is hilarious. I'm Green Goblin. I got Captain America's shield.
So do we have a bonus? Do we have a bonus
Yeah.
topic, Jake, or was this the? Oh yeah, we got the final one, right?
Oh, I just had one more, besides
Besides the main event. Okay, sounds good.
there was one little DC thing we got here. This was just a day ago. And this is wild. This would be pretty crazy if it happened. George Clooney is rumored to appear as Batman in the end
Yeah,
of the Flash.
it was the end credit scene rumored. I read this today too.
How fucking crazy is that, dude?
It's crazy.
Think
I'm
about
gonna
that.
say
Michael
this.
Keaton, Ben Affleck, George Clooney. What more could you ask for?
I
I'd
mean,
ask for Christian
out of
Bale.
all the
Christian Bale.
former Batmans out of all the former Batmans that could cameo, if this is true, even if it's just a cameo, I'm probably not gonna be very happy to see Clooney as Bruce Wayne again.
Oh, come on, man. You
Yeah,
know,
Pat Nibbles again. Come on.
listen.
Okay, here's the
as bad
thing.
as that movie, as bad as that movie was, you know, he wasn't the worst Batman ever.
Are they gonna change his suit, or is he gonna look the exact same?
I
'Cause
think
in the
they would
re-
probably make it. I think they would do the exact same, but just for the nostalgia. You know,
Because
some people-
in the report it said that he sees him as Batman, not Bruce.
yeah.
And wants to see him as just Bruce Wayne, which I'd be fine with that too. Because then I don't see that shitty ass suit, which would be nice.
I wouldn't mind it. You know, I wouldn't be too bothered by it. You know,
I
think it'd be
wanted-
a fun little.
He's
I think
my
it'd be a
li-
fun little cameo.
He's not the Batman I wanted to cameo. Sadly, I don't think we're gonna get the Batman I wanted to see in the end of the movie.
Yeah, we're not gonna have him.
No, that's not what I was gonna say.
Yeah, we're not gonna get Val Kilmer.
I wanted Bale, man. I wanted Christian Bale.
Christian Bale's too busy to do any of that.
But dude, could you
Bat-
just imagine Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck and Christian Bale in the same movie, even if it was just the end credit scene for him? That just
The sad thing is, I think they could only get, you know, if this is true, they probably could only get George Clooney because Bale doesn't really like doing that stuff anymore. Val Kilmer obviously can't. I mean, he's old and decrepit.
yeah. His
so-
last movie he did was Top
and
Gun.
Pattinson, they're not gonna do it because they don't want to ruin his character yet. No, they've only just.
They don't want to
and
introduce
they
him
don't
into the
wanna-
multiverse as he just
Yeah,
started
they don't
out.
want to do the whole multiverse thing yet. So really, all they have left is, and that obviously Adam West. You know,
I guess
guy.
the good news is if Clooney shows up in here, we know even though Flash connects to the new DC universe, if we see Clooney in this movie, it doesn't mean we're gonna see him again. It seems like it's just gonna be a one-off cameo.
Yeah.
Which
And
is-
I would be down for it even if we just.
I'll say this: if it's just a one-off cameo, I'm okay with it. If it leads to something else down the line,
I think it'd be-
I'll
I-
need
I think
more
it'd be worth-
convincing of it.
I think it'd be worth it to see 3 eras of Batman playing next to each other.
Yeah, I mean it'd be interesting. I'll say that much. Dang, I just went in here and sprayed fools.
Damn, Joe, your eye popping off.
Yes, sir.
Chill out, man. Leave some kills for us.
How many did I pop off on? Holy shit, I'm on 4 already?
Damn, Joe.
I'm gonna sit here and let you guys do some work.
Oh no, you don't have to, man. You
Yeah, I'm on 4 kills. And
Bro,
nobody
you
else
don't-
on the team has got it yet.
You don't need to let us get kills.
I want to let you guys
always-
catch up, because I popped off 4.
Hey, Joe, listen. I'd rather you do all the work for me, man.
Of course you would! Exactly!
We would appreciate it if you brought your all as much game as you can, man. Like,
Alright, that's good. Alright, so then that's an interesting topic we just talked about. Clooney. You have thoughts on Clooney, Jake? Returning for an end credit scene?
yeah, I'm alright with it. I'm not crazy for it, but
Yeah, just remember, it's not the
whatever.
future of the DC universe, so if it happens, it's like,
Yeah.
hey, that was cool.
Hey,
Alright.
it is what it is, man.
Because James Gunn has assured us that the new Batman is going to be new. He ain't going to be an oldie Batman, so
It's gonna be Jensen Ackles.
I hope so. I'll lose it. That'd be
man.
so good.
That'd be awesome, dude.
Soldier Boy is Batman. Let's go.
I'll tell you who it's not gonna be. It's not gonna be Scott Atkins.
Probably not, yeah. That'd be really funny if that actually happened though. Just for memes,
No,
it would be
wouldn't
funny because
I would rage.
I mean they did. John Krasinski was fan cast, and that worked out pretty well. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but no one's like. I mean, there are probably some
People fan cast for him hard. People that love his work and his pages. I can show you
Yeah,
examples.
but you know, Krasinski was like worldwide. Like everybody wanted him.
Yeah, exactly. It's a different situation. See, even though I love Atkins, I'm voting for Eccles because he has one thing over Atkins that's huge,
What's that?
and that is he's already played a version of Batman
When?
because he's voiced Batman.
Well, okay. You said played. I think you mean voice actor.
Here's the thing: as a role, whether you're a physical actor or a voice actor, you still have to do acting. You still have to record lines. You still have to convey emotion into your voice.
I think voice act. I respect people who do voice acting, but I think there's a huge drop off between acting and voice acting because you don't really have to do as much work as if you were voice acting.
I mean, there's still work that goes into it that can be tough sometimes.
There is, yeah, but I wouldn't say as much as.
No, I'm not saying it's as much. I'm just saying it's.
But yeah,
it's a reason because
I get what you're coming from.
Yeah, but also I think Soldier Boy also proved to us that in fight scene sequences, I think this dude's the guy for the job. You see how jacked he was for Soldier Boy? He's got that Batman physique. He can do it.
Am I?
I'm pretty confident.
He looks like a Bruce Wayne. Like if you get that beard shaved off, he looks like Bruce Wayne.
He doesn't have the beard all the time. I think he just had it for Soldier Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it depends for his characters.
Yeah, it's only worked for Soldier Boy, but
yeah, for Bruce, I don't think he'd have it. He might have stubble, but I don't think he'll have a beard.
Stubble, yeah, unless he's like old or something.
Well, we know he's gonna be. He might be older than Superman, so it depends.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna go for an older version of Batman, like because he already has a son. So I assume they're gonna go, but I still think he's gonna clean up. Like
it would be great if they actually announced Jensen Ackles as Batman. The fandom will go,
I would go
crazy.
dude. We should celebrate that night. That should be a night for celebration.
That will be celebration. That night, if that happens, we're gonna watch all of his animated movies that he's voiced Batman in.
I don't know any movies he's voiced.
You haven't seen any of them that he's been in?
No, I don't know any of them.
So the storyline from the comics, the Long Halloween, which is part 1 and part 2, which actually was based off, which is why that's what parts of the Batman with Robert Pattinson was actually based on. A lot.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Yeah. And so there's not live action. There's 2 animated movies you watch back to back, and he voiced Batman in those. And then he did it in a couple other ones too, but those were the ones I know the most for him voicing, which are pretty awesome. It was really well done when he did it there.
I'm sure he did a good job.
Yeah, people loved him in it.
I don't blame him, man. Oops, that's stuck. Anyhow.
Purpose already.
Okay. It was so quiet for a second.
Sorry, I'm just upgrading all my guns.
Anyhow, alright, so let's, can we talk about Creed? I mean, I don't
yeah, now if we talk about Creed, we have to be, because I know Jake's going to probably see it on Sunday. Let's be very as non-spoiler as we can be, as possible. Out of respect.
I feel like that's going to be more of a challenge for you, because you love that movie.
I love that movie, but I'm going to be very respectful of one of my many best friends. So, I'm going to be very respectful. So, do you want to give your review first, or you want to go, or you want me to go first?
Why don't you go first, just so...
Because I have the most to say, you're saying? Okay.
Yeah, probably that too, but yeah.
Okay, so, we watched Creed 3, guys, and if you guys are not a fan of the Creed franchise, you definitely should watch them, because they're awesome. And, so, this movie, it really is something unique, because if you guys haven't been following the news or paying attention, Ryan Coogler did not direct this. Michael B. Jordan did. And he has a very specific style. And he has an amazing job because as Creed, he has a very physical tasking job to do as the character, but then he also has to direct at the same time. So directing how his character goes in the story, and then how everything goes down with him and Jonathan Majors is very well handled. He accomplishes that well, and I felt like he did a great job. And so as vague as possible, this movie's awesome, guys. This movie has boxing fight scenes that you will probably never see until you see this movie. And if you get the chance to, I would watch this movie on the biggest screen you can possibly do, because Michael B. Jordan was saying that you want the right amount of length and width, because the way the angles, the way things are shot, they really do a good job of paying attention to the details. But also, the story for this movie is super solid and super good. And it just... do you think this movie's still holding 90% on Rotten Tomatoes?
I'll check.
Has anyone checked yet? Yeah. Because I know it's...
I think it's gotta be. I don't foresee it.
Yeah, it's very high, so...
I don't foresee it going down at all. I mean, this is definitely...
As long as a certain someone who wasn't at our screening tonight, it doesn't become a verified critic on there. It won't.
Yeah, yeah, but his opinion doesn't...
Okay, it's count up, Joe. It's at 91.
Yo, it went up by 1%.
Yeah, let's go, man. Yeah, it's only going up, baby. I knew it was going to.
What's the highest you guys think it's going to get to? What's your prediction for that it will stay at for a while?
Man.
Hey, Jake, can you see how many reviews there are?
Yeah, how many people have reviewed it?
It'll say underneath. It'll say underneath the percent.
86.
86.
Yeah.
All right, so I think it's gonna get to. I'm gonna say 94, 94, 95.
94, 95 is good. I'm gonna say if the response is good for everyone, it could get to 97 or 96. I'm gonna say.
Ooh, I like that.
What do you say? You like that?
I gotta admit, this is a pretty damn near perfect movie.
Yeah, it's
like, in terms
really
of,
good.
It avoids, and what it's good at, it's avoiding anything that's too, like, you know, nitpick. Like, I can nitpick a little bit of this movie, but they didn't give you a lot to nitpick. They did a really good job of just making a solid story, and everything works. And it's pretty close to perfect. That's I would say that.
Yep.
What if that specific person who you said wasn't at your screen tonight made multiple accounts on Rotten Tomatoes?
That would be bad, man. Yeah, it's a story for a different time, but yeah, no, I agree. Near perfect movie. I mean, so much so that I love this movie. I can't wait to watch this again. I need to see it in IMAX. It's so great because once again, similar to Ant-Man, but in different defense. I know one person in the group really loves Ant-Man. Both of us kind of have mixed opinions on Ant-Man. But one thing we can all agree on with Ant-Man was Jonathan Majors carried that movie on his back.
Yeah, man, he fucking...
In Creed 3, Jonathan Majors, he does once again give an amazing performance. And
great performance.
And I think the number one thing that you need to know about Jonathan Majors, the number one thing that I will give you as a 100% certainty for you.
I'll tell you this, guys. Jonathan Majors just sells any role he's in.
Yeah.
I mean, 100%. He was so good.
And he's so dedicated to, like, this role. Like, you get to see, like, the trailers undersell how good Jonathan Majors is in this movie and the plot and how everything connects because...
Oh, for sure.
Because the trailers want you to think that he's, like, just this stone cold badass, and he is. But
I was gonna say, and he pretty much is. But
he plays it in different ways than you expect. That'll be a little teaser. He has a certain level of difference, and he's definitely the strongest villain in the Creed franchise that we've seen. He by far has a motive and connection to Adonis that is so well handled, and it's great. You do notice the absence of Rocky, but I will not say that it ruins the movie for anyone. Like you wonder where he is, but he didn't need to be in this movie.
I think if the last time you watched Creed, if you watched Creed 2 back when it came out, I will say the absence of Rocky will not bother you. And I'm not saying it bothered me. I did watch those movies back to back.
Yeah.
Because they're fresh in my mind. And it was noticeable. But it wasn't noticeable in a bad way. It was noticeable in a good way. Because it felt like, finally, we're moving on from the whole Rocky thing. Like, I'm glad that they don't have to keep mentioning Rocky. You know,
I'm glad that it wasn't
glad.
in. One thing I'll say, I'm glad he's not in it because the one thing that's great is like in Creed 1, he needed Rocky to train him and help him out, right? And then in Creed 2, he's trying to find his own path because you have the stuff going on with you have the stuff going on with once the Dragos are involved. At first, Rocky doesn't want Creed to fight him.
Inside the shield.
So at first he doesn't want him to fight him, but then in Creed 3, what's really great is with him not being there. With him not being there, we move away from the idea of Creed. I mean, it's about Creed finally. It's not Creed and Rocky the show. It's not the Balboa show. Let me train Rocky or let me be there like it's my son. It feels like it's about Creed, and that I think that's something the franchise needed. We needed that fresh take. We needed that breath of life, and I love that. I love that they did that. It was so good, and just. Out of all the movies, I think, based on the movies we've seen this year, out of all the movies you'll see this year, even though Ant-Man has some cool, stunning fight scenes, you will, if you had to compare the two movies and they're both two different levels, when you watch the fights in this movie, you will want Michael B. Jordan to direct many other movies, but you're also going to be like, first of all, you're going to want that multiverse Killmonger to happen very soon. Because you're going to love Michael B. Jordan, because he's Michael B. and he crushes it.
MBJ has been amazing in pretty much anything he's ever been in.
He's been able to take the shitty stick of Fan 4 Stick, and he was the best part of Fan 4 Stick.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So it's like,
you know what, and even that role, like it wasn't. He didn't do a bad job. I mean, he sold that role for sure. Like he did a great job at what he was supposed to do. What he was given with, he worked with it, and I mean, you couldn't ask him to do more than what he did. So, he's just. I mean, he's an amazing actor. And
then he comes in and gives us one of my favorite MCU villains brought to the MCU.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I don't care what anybody says. I know that everyone's got their opinions and whatever in the MCU. Killmonger still is in my high tier of villains. I don't care. You may have been only one movie, but there's just something about Killmonger when you look at the other MCU villains. Well, because he appeared in... and I might be in the minority here, but his scene in Wakanda Forever was my favorite scene in Wakanda Forever, so just saying. Outside of the Namor stuff.
It's one of the best, definitely.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved that conversation. So anytime Michael B. comes back, I'm down for Killmonger. I mean, Killmonger in the multiverse, it's just good. But yeah, I definitely want to see him direct more because I loved watching him direct. But then him being in the movie. Also, a lot of times you'll see when someone directs, the lead actor is not in the movie very much, but he's in a lot of the movie that he directed, and that's and that's actually surprising to me because when you direct, normally they don't want to do that a lot. So. It's an interesting choice for them to do, but they really did that.
Props to him for being able to do that. I mean, there's not a lot of great directors that can do trying to think of a few people. The only one that comes up to my mind because we're talking about Marvel is Taika Waititi. He's able to act and direct. I think Jon Favreau too. I'm thinking about those first two Iron Man movies, but I think he definitely does this really, really well. I was absolutely blown away by how good this movie was.
And I think the crazy thing is when you look at the fight scenes in this movie, when's the last time you watched a movie with fight scenes, especially boxing raw fight scenes, right? Where you're almost on the edge of your seat, just out of breath moment because you're just like. Yeah. This feels.
I was out of breath of how hard I was jerking my cock during the fighting scenes.
Oh my god!
I've heard from people that have seen this in IMAX that with the IMAX atmosphere, even though those seats are not comfortable, I have heard that when you're in IMAX, it feels like you're in the ring with everyone. Like,
Oh, really?
I've heard that that's how good the experience is, which is why I need to get IMAX experience.
I heard something kind of different. I heard that in IMAX, like, there was people going to IMAX theaters and there were cum stains everywhere.
Oh, you heard that too, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, I was trying to keep it PG-13, but I mean, you want to bring it right to the R rating, I guess.
Hey, man,
All right.
isn't this... It's called the dark side, you know?
That's true. I could have gone to the R rating, yeah. But no, overall, guys, we love this movie. And if you guys... I'm going to give you a little shout-out for you, too. All right, if
Recommend.
you guys know I love anime. If you guys followed Michael B. Jordan for a long time, and you guys know anime, you know that interview that Michael B. Jordan made about the movie where he's like, oh yeah, I threw a move in here, and it's inspired by some of my favorite animes. He was underselling you guys. There is more anime influences in this movie than you think. And they are freaking awesome. And the way they're handled is super good. Like, the final fight of this movie, easily the best final fight in the Creed franchise so far. Easily.
Honestly, probably the Rocky franchise.
Probably the Rocky franchise in general, because no offense to Stallone, Stallone will never be able to make a fight scene that can top this. Yeah, I went after you, Stallone. I'm sorry. It's not happening.
I don't want to go too spoilers, but they were able to implement a lot of things. I will just say this: in this final fight, it's not just a regular fight. They are able to implement things from the entire movie that go into the final fight in a way that you guys won't expect. Like,
yeah,
I know it's kind of confusing what I'm saying, but it'll make sense when you see it.
They're able to tell a story through their fight that's so important as it's happening, and it's so it's
visually
the best way I can describe this movie is beautiful. And the other thing that really worked for me, that's another not a spoiler because we knew this was partially true. We knew in the first two movies about Bianca being deaf, right?
Yeah.
The deaf representation in this movie, so good. Very well handled. Wouldn't you agree?
No, fuck deaf people.
Oh, really? You're being rude to the deaf people now? Come on.
I'm
so
kidding.
Savage.
No, yeah, it was pretty cool. I mean, it wasn't the main focus of the movie. I could care less about all that stuff.
No, but I just think it's important to the story because like it started with that's how Bianca.
I think his daughter.
Dawn,
his daughter was pretty cool. I like
she's awesome.
I like the whole relationship with his daughter, and I love. I'm not trying to spoil anything, but that ending scene, I love that. It was
a great, the ending is
wholesome.
Great, yeah.
I love it.
It's a great ending. So here's the one thing we should talk about without getting into spoilers between you and I want to know. Even if this movie makes a ton of cash, because I know a lot of directors go for, when a movie makes a lot of money, they want to do a sequel, right?
Yeah.
Do you think they'll make a Creed 4? Without getting into specifics, like what you and I know without spoiling it, just in our heads from what we saw. Do you see a Creed 4 happening?
Yes.
Okay.
I do see them. Maybe not in the near future, but I do see them coming back to the Creed series and doing a Creed 4. I don't think it's out of question at all. I don't think they're gonna stop with. I mean, look at Rocky. You know.
I think they'll revisit this.
This movie's got so many sequels for a reason. You know.
They'll revisit this,
and they were good too.
I just hope that if they revisit this movie, especially if it is another Creed movie, I hope Michael B. Jordan directs again. Because
I think he will.
Because I love Ryan Coogler. Don't get me wrong, but Michael B. Jordan learned so much from how Ryan Coogler does things, but he made it his own, which I think is so.
It will be sad though. It will be sad if this movie flops. I'm praying to every.
I don't want this movie to flop. If this movie flops, I'll be very upset. If you guys go and support Ant-Man, or is Avatar still in theaters?
Avatar, it is.
If you support Avatar and Ant-Man over this movie, I can't be friends with you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. This movie means so much to me, not just as a cinema, but as a person. I really feel this story in my soul.
This movie. When I'll be honest. When I was watching this movie, and again, just movie, right? See this movie on the biggest screen you possibly can. This movie, and I almost want to go see it again, just to sit down.
Yep.
When I want to have popcorn in my hand. I want to. This movie feels like I've returned back to cinema. Like, I think the last movie, which it wasn't that long ago, but the last movie that I felt like that watching was Babylon, which came out last year. But this movie just feels like, real, just really, really good cinema. Like, this feels like I was sitting down in, like, the 80s watching Rocky, Like, this feels like a rare form of, cinema that's hasn't been seen, because nowadays Hollywood, I mean, I'm just gonna say what it is. Hollywood is kind of a big joke. I mean, they just push out whatever movies they want. Whatever movie that will make money, they're gonna release it, no matter if it's good or not. So, I'm glad this movie is the odd factor, because this felt just like a really like cinematic,
Yeah,
experience.
seeing a return to true cinema was it makes all the difference in the world, and they deliver that, like, and it's so cool to see and so well done. And if you see this with your buddies, you're gonna have such a great time, because
definitely.
it just is great. And I couldn't be happier. Like, honestly, I went into this movie
I was
expecting
blown away.
big things, and I was still blown away.
Exactly. I think coming into this movie, I was nervous, and I hadn't seen the scores yet. I hadn't seen the scores until you showed me while the movie was going. You showed me what the scores.
Yeah,
were.
we got so
I was like,
bored
oh, okay.
halfway through Cocaine Bear. I literally looked up the score. And I was
Yeah.
like, let's go.
Yeah, I was nervous coming into this movie because I'm like, Creed was great, but it felt like Rocky just with a new coat of paint.
Yeah, exactly.
Creed 2, I gave it a lower rating because it felt very repetitive of the first one. It just kind of followed the same format. Although
Yeah.
I did compliment it felt a little bit, it was doing something kind of new, and it felt different enough from the other movies that I'm like, okay, I like the direction they're going in, but it feels like kind of the same movie. But the third one, because it doesn't have Rocky, and because the pacing is way better in this movie, probably the best pacing. I do wish it could have been. I think the movie could have been a little bit longer, but other than that, it was paced really well. And because Rocky wasn't in it, and we didn't have the whole them talking about Rocky being there and all that, I think it 100% worked, and it definitely felt like a fresh take on these kind of movies, these boxing movies. So
Yeah, absolutely.
definitely all for that. Joe, where are you going? Okay,
I'm
you're
coming
over
to
there.
where you guys are. Yeah, I agree. I think final thoughts on this: amazing, absolutely worth checking out, guys. You guys will love it. You're never gonna be. You're never gonna have a. I mean, there's gonna be other movies that come out this year that I'm sure that will be great, but this is
I don't
the
know,
year
this is
that
a pretty close for me. This is a pretty close contender, and I know that we're
Yeah.
only not that far into the year, but this may be my movie of the year. I mean,
This is definitely definitely the closest that, like, for a March release, this is the closest that you can get to not only starting out strong, but even with other good movies this year, I can already see this staying high on the list, even with the other really good movies. Because it's such an experience that I don't know if it's going to be topped. Even though there's going to be great movies that come out here, I just don't see it not at least staying in the top 10 or even the top 5. Because it's
Joe,
too good.
Do you think Guardians can beat Creed 3?
Here's my thing. Guardians, so I as much as I love James Gunn, we can't pretend that Guardians 2 didn't happen. So in terms of that, I'm going to say that I believe in James Gunn that he can do great films. But, and I'm sure I'm going to get attacked for this because I'm sure people love the Guardians films. To say that the Guardians movies and the Creed films are on the same level after watching this movie feels like a big mistake. Like, you're looking at two different movies, right? Guardians is silly and is a fun comic book movie franchise. Creed is about legacy. Creed is about legacy. What is it about?
This movie looks pretty. I was just gonna say this next movie though. I mean, it looked pretty. It looks pretty serious. I'm just gonna say that.
It does. But let's also remember that the trailers for Ant-Man looked pretty serious. So.
Wow. Yeah.
And I'm just saying.
It was very
low blow sometimes.
It was very Ant-Man-y, but this one looks like. I mean. Let's just say this. Ant-Man. The Ant-Man trailers didn't show, Yeah,
they didn't get close enough to showing death. So yeah, I think they're gonna go pretty serious. And if they do Gangbuster and it is crazy, I'm sure it will be. Oh crap! I don't want to shoot.
What the fuck you doing, bro?
I was trying to pick up my gun and then heal, and then all of a sudden I just got screwed. But
Joe, here you go. Pick up.
But I do think that I do think that they could I do think that based on Guardians, if Guardians 3 is really good, it could. I don't know if it will beat Creed for me, but it could at least earn a spot high on the list.
Yeah.
Because we're just gonna have to wait till Guardians 3 comes out.
I'm trying to. Oh my gosh.
Because that's like a wait and find out situation. I feel like because.
Yeah, I agree.
Nobody we know that has seen Guardians 3 yet. Trailers can look good, but execution is what it comes down to.
Oh, okay, my health.
Stop it! I'm trying to heal. I feel like this year's gonna have some crazy movies, but 2023 is already off to a great start.
Yeah. I don't know. It's gonna be hard to top Creed 3.
Yeah, it's gonna be very hard. Even with the comic book movies this year, this is a new breed. This is like actually stepping into the cage, man. You're like, it's basically.
I got a good one, Joe.
Yeah.
Creed 3 or John Wick 4.
Now this is gonna be interesting because for me, I'm very excited for John Wick 4, but I don't expect John Wick 4 to be as serious as Creed 3 is. So like, John Wick 4 is gonna be a fun, great action movie. But I don't know if storyline they got what Creed got in the tank. It's like
that's true.
It's gonna be hard. Like
it could, because I think all 3 John Wicks have been.
They've all been solid. Like there isn't a bad John Wick movie. Like I have not seen one person that has said that there is a bad John Wick movie. So John Wick is off to a good start. So it's definitely got potential. It's one of my most anticipated movies. I know it's one of Jake's most anticipated movies, so it's definitely up there, for sure.
Yeah.
And we're not that far away from it. At the end of the month, baby, because we're in March now.
Just the fact that movie comes out on my birthday. Oh my god, I can't wait.
It's going to be amazing. It's so good.
I feel bad for all the rest of the movies that are kind of in between here, because everything else is gonna fucking.
Dude, I feel sorry for Adam Driver's paycheck. 65.
I know, dude.
We love a dinosaur. Sorry, you're a goner. You're a goner.
So fucking stupid compared to Creed 3. Same with Scream. Scream is gonna look like nothing.
Well, see, Scream has its fans, so Scream will support its horror movie, like people's, but it's not gonna do anything crazy.
I'll say this.
I'm talking about in terms of quality.
Oh, in terms of quality, it's not even.
I'll see.
65 is gonna look like nothing. Scream's gonna look like nothing. Shazam's gonna look like nothing. I mean,
I'll see Scream 6 just for Jenna Ortega.
Speaking of what's going on with
Ortega. She's not even that.
Yeah, well, what's going on with how would I say this? Speaking of what's going on with if we were going to talk about comparing films, I saw those first couple clips for that were released for Shazam 2. And there's a scene between Freddy and a new potential girlfriend. And I gotta say it. They kept the charm from the first movie, so there's a good chance the second movie could look pretty good. Not Creed 3 good, but it doesn't look as bad as the trailers, as some people got the idea from the trailers. Like, it's got that charm that everyone loved about the first one. At least from what I've seen of the clips. Did you watch those clips, Parker?
What?
For Shazam?
Oh, Shazam? No, I haven't.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
You're worried it's going to ruin your experience?
No, I just don't care.
That makes sense, I guess. Yeah, I checked it out. I thought it looked pretty good. But yeah, I agree. I think March is.
Who do I revive first?
I don't know. March is pretty stacked. I do want to see Scream just because I've seen all the Screams,
Whoever you
but
want.
I'll revive him.
I can't see. Watch out! But I can't see Scream being.
That's fine.
But I just can't see Scream. I just said something different than Scream. I am not gonna say what I almost said.
Scream 3.
No,
You were gonna say Scream 3.
No, I said instead of Scream. What? The fuck? Instead of Scream, I said Cream. So.
Oh my god!
No!
I mean, it is the dark side. So I guess it's fine.
I'll tell you what. I was screaming during Creed.
Yeah,
God.
I thought your seat felt a little wet.
Yeah. Hopefully the DO doesn't come in and see that.
Hey, maybe you'll just say that's just a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just say, yeah, it was just a really good movie. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just apologize. Hey, I've seen
just-
people do it to Power Rangers, so I mean, it's not the first
what?
time. Did I not tell you that story?
No, what happened?
At my old theater, when you know Naomi Scott, who played Jasmine in the live-action Aladdin.
Yeah.
So in the newer Power Ranger movie, there's a scene where she goes to go swimming and she's wearing like a bikini or whatever, and
Oh, damn.
and two of my employees when I was a supervisor at CMX, the two dudes that no longer worked at that location, but they went to see it, just the two of them when they were working there, and they both I was ushering with my crew at one point, and we come across this cup in the theater.
Oh my god!
And my one coworker thought it was, my one coworker actually was stupid enough to think he thought it was milk. And I was like, you better not. It was so bad.
Wow.
It was so bad. I was like, are you kidding me?
I
You
didn't
think
know
this
it was
is...
gonna get this fucking dark. Holy shit.
No, I'm telling you, dude. I could spend so much time at AMC just talking to you about...
Man.
Dude, I could spend so much time at AMC telling you about how crazy things... You want to know about CMX? Rebecca was a manager at CMX before she was at AMC, so if you want to know about
What?
CMX...
She was?
Yep. That's how I know her for a long time.
Oh, did she know you?
Yep.
Oh.
We used to work together very closely because she was a soup and I was a... No, I was a soup and she was a manager, so...
Oh, you were a soup at CMX?
Yep.
Wow. Didn't you tell me, like, today that CMX was, like, you know, they were a Mexican company and they were working
Yes,
for,
because
like...
there was behind-the-scenes stuff happening. Literally one of my managers who liked very oftenly to have his fun with drugs and alcohol. Many times I gone to concerts with him. Told me one time in front of the bar when I was helping the bartender, because we had VIP, which is what I used to do as a supervisor. I used to like bounce for the bar and help everything out, and he was like, "Yeah, man, you know, I haven't seen any of my checks yet, but I'm pretty sure that the cartel is gonna send us something
Oh
soon."
my god.
Oh my god.
Like
Oh my
these,
fucking god.
like I'm not even kidding you guys. Like you guys think this is
Real-life
funny, but
Narcos.
this is literally like this literally happened. Like these conversations are real. They were not. This is not a dream. This was real. And Jake, if you want to know more about these, ask Austin because he also worked at CMX.
Okay.
Now he might not know as much because he was a crew member where I was a supervisor, so I have different conversations than. Like I hung out with some of the managers out after work, and we'd go to concerts and stuff together and hang out. So like,
Didn't you watch Shang-Chi at CMX?
no, I saw Shang-Chi at AMC.
At AMC.
What did you see at CMX?
Let's see, Force Awakens, unfortunately, Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker, Creed 1 and 2.
What was your reaction to seeing Rise of Skywalker?
Horrible.
He hated that movie.
By the end of the movie, when you walked out of the theater, did you did you even want to? What did you want to do? Were you
I
just
wanted
like-
to go. I wanted to go cry, and I wanted to go throw up in a bucket at the same time. Like, it was like a mixture of both.
At the end of that
Like,
movie, I was so I felt so defeated. I couldn't talk to
Definitely
anybody
defeated.
for the next couple hours. I just wanted to just like be by myself.
It
like,
took me
what
a
are
day to
the
just
odds?
like process that. Movie made me low key Star Wars depressed. Like I was literally so
I did something
depressed.
too.
I don't know which one I didn't like more, Rise of Skywalker or Last Jedi.
They both suck.
Yeah, they both have huge issues that I don't agree with, for sure.
Last Jedi, you just hate it because the way they use Luke.
I don't like what they did to Luke, and I don't like that Rose exists because of Last Jedi.
Wait, Joe,
Rose
did you hear
didn't exist in Force Awakens, but somehow she existed in Last Jedi, and now she exists
that?
as
Joe,
a
did you
character.
hear that?
What did you say?
Did you hear that?
What did you say?
I didn't say anything. I heard
Oh, you
noise.
said, did I hear that? I did. I don't know what I was supposed to
Yeah,
hear.
did you hear that?
No.
Oh.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything. I'm just asking because I heard noise. I'm saying, did you hear that?
I heard wind in the game, and I hear
Oh,
gunshots.
Okay, maybe it's just me. I don't know.
Maybe.
I swear to God, I thought I heard someone say, "They fly now."
God.
Oh my
You're
God!
just trying to remind us of that. The most
Got
memeable line
'em.
from that movie.
Go.
I also saw all the main Avengers movies at CMX.
Every one of them?
Yep, Endgame was there. Well, I didn't see the first Avengers there, so I saw everything except the first Avengers.
Okay.
Oh,
Because I saw Age of Ultron, Infinity War, Endgame, Civil War there. Even though that's not a main Avengers movie, I consider it an Avengers movie sometimes because of the amount of characters and storylines. But yeah, so
It may as well just be called Avengers Civil War.
Yep, exactly. So I seen all them there in IMAX, which was great. And then seen
What kind of
all
thing do you
3
have at-
John
is
Wick
it-
movies there, which is awesome.
Oh, that's true.
I've seen like so many things at that theater. I used to go see we used to do pre-screenings like almost every single week there was a movie or whatever
Did
day
you see
it was.
Cocaine Bear? Get higher, baby.
I just
Get
saw
higher,
it.
baby.
I just saw it
It'll
with
never
you.
come down.
I saw everything
Am I-
at CMX. I saw
Did
a
you see
lot of
Cocaine
them
Bear though?
with you here at AMC. I saw Cocaine Bear.
Oh, so you didn't say Cocaine Bear?
Well, apparently I didn't see a bear doing cocaine, so at least not for very long.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on that movie, Cocaine Bear?
you hate it.
Don't spend your money on it. As I put on my letterbox, it's a waste of money. It's a waste of time. And Elizabeth Banks, you're on my list now. You were able to take you were able to take something that should be completely fun and ruin it.
Yeah.
How do you
Elizabeth
ruin?
Banks,
How do you?
Elizabeth Banks, fuck you. You took a great idea, a fun idea, something that could have been like just all out, you know. I would have had
Literally,
a
the
good time
idea
with
of
it.
Cocaine Bear should write itself, and then you literally found a way to make it boring. And I don't know how you did that. You
It
have
was boring at parts. It was, but
Yeah.
it was interesting at a few points. But it didn't. I just didn't care.
you had young Han Solo and Ice Cube's son in this movie, and you still made me bored. How?
And you had Ray Liotta.
Yes. And you had a CGI bear that sometimes appears.
Yeah, sometimes. But a lot of the time they just.
You know what's sad? Does it
wanna
feel
hide
like the
him from
bear
us.
was a cameo in his own movie? Because like he'd pop up, and then he would show up
Yeah,
at times.
You're right. He totally did. He felt like a cameo. He was like, "Oh my god, there's the bear. That's so cool." And I'm like, "Oh, he's gone. Oh." And then the bear shows up and like, "Oh my god, it's a bear." I'm like, "Oh yeah, like, oh yeah." Wait, we're not supposed to be surprised. This is his movie. Why does it feel like?
I'm gonna say that in my full review tomorrow. Apparently, the bear's a cameo in his own movie. It's like
Yeah.
it's like he can only appear sometimes. And sometimes
Yeah.
they forget where the green screen is, and he does something, but he's not really there.
That's the thing I would get for you.
Son of a bitch.
Come here, Joe.
I'm gonna get this bitch ass. Bye-bye. No mercy, bitch.
Joe, where are you? I want to give you the gift.
I'm down here. Oh, my hammer, I guess. Breaking shit.
Hurry up.
I'm working on it.
Hurry the fuck up.
Hurry the
Hurry up
fuck
before I
up.
Q3 you.
Damn.
Oh,
That's pretty crazy. Using that as an
Yeah, I
analogy
like
against
that.
me. I don't know how I feel about that, honestly. But we'll have to see.
I'm gonna Michael B. Jordan you.
Shit. Yeah, I don't want to get my shit rocked, man. I'm good. I'm gonna let the king keep his throne.
I asked Joe in a boxing match, him and Jonathan Majors, who wins that?
You asked me
right.
that one? Yeah.
Yeah. Remember what he said?
what?
Between the two of them?
Between you and Jonathan Majors, who would
Oh, I
win?
told him I'm just teaming up with him and just like, hey man, I quit. You're good. That man's too much of
Here
a
you go.
beast.
Joe, oh my god. Joe, right here.
Oh, you're over here. Okay. Ooh, yay! You gave me a goodie.
Sir. You only have three in the tank, so use them wisely.
Oh yeah, I'll only need one.
Yeah, make sure you just show those kids at the end. They're always harassing us.
It's even better that I'm gonna do this attack as Johnny Lawrence right now.
Oh yeah. Wait, who's Johnny Lawrence?
You don't know who Johnny Lawrence is?
Oh, who is that?
Cobra Kai.
Badass sensei for a badass dojo. Hey bitch! Cobra Kai? Oh damn it! You fucking killed him already!
Joe, why'd you waste it?
Cause I thought I was gonna kill him, I was setting up. Did you not
That's
see
a
me
waste,
jump in
Joe.
the... Did you
Joe,
not
it's
see
a-
me
Joe,
jump in the
one,
fucking air?
Joe, one, it was an AI, and two, it was one person. You gotta save those, man. You gotta be more careful.
That's true, I wanted to just kill the one person and hope it would kill several, but it's okay.
Yeah.
I'll get another chance. I still got two left.
Stupid Johnny Lawrence.
Oh.
You won't be saying that when I save your life and disintegrate a building again. Not gonna let my shit
awesome if
get
you-
pushed
that'd be,
around.
That'd be
No
awesome
mercy.
if you can get that on stream.
Oh, I want to. That's why I'm fucking streaming. I want to have it happen.
Oh, no.
No sleep.
I
You get
want
another
that.
sip of your drink.
Um,
You want some of mine? You need extra energy. I need you to have energy. Okay. But you do. Okay. I can do that. We just won't go to the. Yeah, it'll work out. Sounds good.
I see you up there, Joe. I'm coming for you. I see you up there. Shit. I don't know how I can get up there, though.
Joe, what do you think is gonna be a better movie, Scream or 65? So, I mean, Scream 6 or 65?
Scream will at least be entertaining. Ghostface looks like he's gonna be fun, especially because they haven't spoiled the twist of it yet, which is pretty exciting.
What twist?
Like that, this is a new Ghostface killer than the last movie, because it's always a new one.
Oh. These
Um,
movies are getting so fucking stupid, I hate them all.
I
I wish I would end. I don't know who keeps putting them. I mean, obviously. Oh, there's another one for you, Joe.
I'll take it.
Obviously, it's Paramount or whatever, but I mean, goddamn, like, just stop already. They're not good. No one's gonna watch your bullshit. Joe, did you pick it up?
No, do
Oh,
I
you
need the
pick it up?
map? Okay.
No, Joe, you just pick it up. The deck is match.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah, that I picked up. Back
No,
off!
right here, Joe, right here.
Yeah, no, I got the smash. I got 3 of them now.
No, right here. This one right here.
I'll pick up a second one? Okay, so just double it? Okay.
Yeah.
That was my previous one, so I'll pick this. Oh, you made me... What the fuck? I can only pick up one. That sucks.
Oh, okay, Jake, get one.
Get your Dako smash.
We could all three do it at the same time and then, like...
Dude, that'd be crazy. Overkill,
Okay.
just like... I love doing
okay.
this because it reminds me of Sasuke. Doing this with my Sasuke
Fuck
skin on would
Sasuke.
be badass.
Fuck
No,
Sasuke.
man, that's my favorite Naruto character. Don't disrespect my man.
Naruto sucks.
I just know you hate anime in general, so I'm not.
I'd rather watch 3 hours of Ant-Man a lot continuity.
I don't know if that's necessarily true with you, honestly.
I'd rather watch Morbius on loop than Naruto.
Whoa! Whoa!
That's a hot take. That's a hot take. Like,
I'd rather
no,
watch
I mean-
Cocaine Bear 5 times than watch any episode of Naruto.
definitely not. I love Naruto.
I'd rather watch
Shut your mouth.
Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. We all know
You're
that
not gonna
that's
make
like-
it in. You're not gonna make it another season of the Buffalo Bills now, because I'm gonna just rock your shit, and it's gonna be over before you know it.
Guess what, Joe? You're not gonna make it to John Wick 4.
Why is that?
Oh!
Because I'm about to whoop your ass, baby.
That won't even happen.
Get higher, baby. Get higher, baby.
Damn.
And they'll never come down.
I'm glad we wrapped everything up, because after I get done with this match, I'm definitely going to bed because I'm exhausted.
Are you? Wow.
And we have another long night tomorrow.
That's true. Well, we don't. Well, luckily, we don't have to stay up though because
True, but we got Mando on the big screen, and then we got Operation Fortune,
yeah.
which will be fun. We go to bed after a match.
Pussy.
Don't call me a pussy. Do you know what fucking time it is right now?
6:30 in the morning.
I'll tell you what time it is. It's time for you to get your ass out of here.
Knock that shit off. I want to find where these remaining people are so we can fucking roast their ass.
Found them.
Get them.
Yep, found one of them.
Is the whole squad here, or is it just
Get
one
him,
guy?
Joe.
You hit him? How many is it?
God.
Oh, I got him! Oh shit. Fuck yeah!
Oh, what's happening? Fuck, I can't tell what's happening. I'm scared. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, who's dying?
You're dying?
I think someone's dying right now.
I want that gold one. Sorry, Jake.
Oh,
I'm a
okay.
good sniper. Did you want that?
It's fine.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize you wanted it. I feel bad now.
You take his dreams away from him.
Where's this guy?
Shout.
Find him. I'm gonna end him. Is this the last guy in the match?
We got one more guy.
Where is he? I got something loaded up for him. I'm determined to get this kill on stream. I want the final kill to be me just decking this fool. Yo, FBE, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Okay, I see Jake's down there. Did you find the guy?
Ready for questions.
Nope, looking for him.
Yeah, you can ask some questions. But just know when this match is over, we're going to, I'm gonna go to bed.
because he's
But-
too tired.
I'm tired and I have another long night tomorrow. And I have a lot of work to do before I go to work tomorrow. So, tell me,
That's Joe's.
make these fast questions. Where's this last guy? I want to get him.
I think
Oh, I
Jake-
got. I see him. I see him.
Jake sees him.
Bro-
Jake sees him.
Bring him to me, Jake. I'm on my way.
Damn it!
Oh, I'm
Get
gonna
him,
avenge you.
get him, get him, get him,
I'm
get him,
gonna
get him,
avenge
get
you,
him.
Jake. I'm gonna avenge you. You're good, buddy. Fuck.
Go on,
we got
Joe, get him.
Storm. Where the fuck is he? You're a
Over here,
swim?
Bill. Yeah, they're swimming that way.
What's up, bitch? Didn't die?
Joe, get him.
Fuck. Where is he?
Joe, get him!
Trying to
They're
find
over
him.
here, Joe. They're over here.
Okay, okay.
Get him!
I see him, I see him.
Not your chance. Joe, not your fucking chance.
Yeah, my thing wasn't ready. Fuck. Oh, now it's ready. But it's, damn it. I'm done. I can't. I was gonna try it. Yeah, ask your questions, FB, though. I got time now. Since I'm just sitting and floating.
Nice kill.
What's your questions, buddy? Hit us with them. We can answer Q&A before we leave.
Alright, I gotta get you, Joe.
I'm always game for Q&A.
Oh, Joe, come here.
The resume? Okay, thank you. I thought the
Joe.
match would be over. Shit. I'm not trying to move. I bumped the button. Sorry, my bad. I totally bumped the button.
Joe, come here.
I'm trying to. The floaty won't stop me from moving. I'm swimming. But I'm like stuck in the.
Joe, come.
I keep trying to, but it like won't let me do it.
Okay, you get this damn thing.
I don't know why I was doing that. Yeah, ask the questions, FB. We're ready, man. Alright, where's this last guy?
There's one more guy left. I don't know where he is though.
I need help bad.
Yeah.
Thoughts about the future of the MCU after Quantum Mania?
Looks like shit.
Who wants to take it first? Who wants to take this question? Because I think we all kind of have similar answers.
Let's just say it's not looking good now, is it?
Yeah, it's a mixed reaction for sure. I would definitely give it a mixed. If it was a breed of dog, it would be a mixed with some. It would be mixed with something. Shit! Storm really.
Joe, come on, hurry.
I'm coming. I'm trying to get up the stairs. I need to use the fucking thing. Okay. There we go.
Joe, fucking hurry.
I'm hauling ass. You guys are over there. Okay. I swam the wrong way. I fucked
Joe,
up.
the guy's over there. Joe, do the Dagger Smash over there. He's in that building.
Okay, you put him in this building? Okay, got it.
Yeah, he's definitely in that building.
I'll go get him. He's literally in the building right with the storm.
Yes, he's in the building. He hasn't come out yet. I don't know what he's doing.
Okay, that's it.
Get him.
Where'd he go?
Oh, Joe!
Shit! Do you run for me? Fucking A.
Joe, he's trying to run from you.
That pisses me off. I wanted to get him with that shit. But now he wants to be a bitch and counter it. What did he run off? Even if I can't get it that way.
He's over there.
Okay.
We're across over here.
He's
Yeah,
in the containers.
Okay, I'm still gonna try and get a win if we can get it. At least we can get a win, and then I know I did my job, even if I didn't get to do it the cool way. What do you think Kang's plan is? To conquer all of the multiverse, it would be my guess. As long as Ant-Man doesn't fuck him up again.
You might wanna use your mech hit, Joe. Just telling you.
Yeah, might be a good idea. Where's this guy? Do you guys see him? He was swimming, unless that's just Jake. I can't tell. Thanks for the tip, Jake. I saw him. Is he up there with you?
He's in this building up here.
We're still in the building. Okay, I'm coming.
Okay.
If I can get up there. I gotta go out of the ladder to get it. Okay, shit.
Out of the storm.
Yep. Out of the storm.
Well, don't hurt yourself now, Joe.
Don't blood out.
Oh, he's leaving.
Where's he running?
I don't know, man.
Shit.
Got him. I got him once.
You hit him once?
Yeah.
Is he back in this building now where you marked?
I see him. He's over here, Joe. He's over here, man.
Oh, you're still up there. Okay, got it. heard shots were fired over there. I just climbed up the fucking stairs instead of swimming. Shit! I thought I had health. I was trying to get up there, and then apparently it didn't work out that way. Fuck. Oh yeah, so yeah, I think it's to conquer the multiverse FP. I definitely think it has to do with the multiverse FP, 100%. What do you think, FP? Do you have a good theory on this one? First thoughts on episode 1. We said that earlier in the watch party, or not watch party, earlier in the podcast. Good job, man.
Let's go.
So yeah, we loved the episode. We're glad Mando is back. It was great. Good action. Good setup at the end. We enjoyed it.
All right.
I'm gonna collect rewards and I'll answer more questions while I'm collecting rewards. But then I'm popping off to bed. Bye.
I got one more question for you.
Yep. You have a question for me, you said?
How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
What?
I'm confused. Am I done with the battle pass already? Because it said... I think I did all 14 pages.
How many 216, 345, 489 do you have?
I don't know the answer to that question because I'm very confused by the question. Should I know
My
that
answer
question?
is... My answer is... The woods.
The wood.
The only color of numbers in the paragraph is horse.
Alright, let's get our bonus rewards. I made it to the bonus. I'm so proud on a battle pass that I actually didn't even feel like grinding that much on.
Yeah, this battle pass sucked, man.
Straight facts, though.
You gotta finish the Witcher challenges.
I'm
They
done with
gave
the
us
Witcher
more.
challenges.
They gave us more of it though.
Oh yeah, I gotta work on that. Yeah, that's more I can work on. Alright. No worries. Alright, what is you have a last question, FB? Or am I popping off? So I did my stuff.
I gotta get some rest so I can.
You gotta get some rest too. Well, yeah, you gotta get ready for tomorrow too, man. We gotta watch Guy Ritchie, man.
Yeah, well, you mean tonight?
Yeah, tonight we gotta watch Guy Ritchie, and then Mando on the big screen's gonna be pretty lit, man.
Pretty fucking lit.
What MCU leaks do I think are true?
MCU leaks, is that what he said?
Yeah, he says are true. Like, which ones that I've heard do I think are true? Or do we think are true, I guess is the better question.
Well, what do you think is true?
Honestly, with ever since Multiverse of Madness, I don't think I trust any MCU leak that comes out.
Yeah, me neither. They're all bullshit.
Yeah, at this point, I think they're gonna...
You can't
Hopefully,
trust a word out of anyone's mouth anymore.
yeah, it's all bad. Yeah, I'd say I don't trust any of them at that point. But anyway, guys, thanks for coming in. We'll see you again next Tuesday. We'll be streaming again tomorrow. We'll have another exciting review for you guys tomorrow. And we'll play some more Fortnite tomorrow, as always. Thanks for coming in, guys. You guys rock.